Welcome to SpeakEasy Conversations. I'm your host, Greg Washington, and that is...
I am Doug Ziegler, wearing my greatest shirt for NBA ever. Since we're having NBA talk tonight, so.
Yeah, can I say it again?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Just making sure that I read what it said.
It's true.
We gotta do the music and the speakeasy more, Doug, because I don't know, we groove and then we were all dancing and we're all ready for it. We're all ready. We're ready, man. We're ready. We gotta obviously y'all know Manny's here, so he brings his own, what do you want to call it?
Joie de vivre. His own vibe. Yeah, whatever.
There you go. But really quick though, Manny is running late, y'all. So we'll, fuck around here until he gets here.
We do.
But Doug, I wanted to let's get to what we're drinking. Then I want to tee you off on you're excited about next week.
Yes. So what do you got? You go first.
I'm excited about this. I am. This is an Imperial Black Walnut Stout, Doug. From
what?
I don't talk about them much. Raised Green, but apparently this won some award at the World Beer Cup.
Wow. Black walnut stout?
Black Walnut Imperial Stout. A clean, complex stout with notes of chocolate, vanilla. This is Doug. Coffee, Belgian malts, and candied sugar. Doug.
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah, that sounds all like up my alley, my friend.
Look
at that beautiful thing. Oh.
Yeah, and Raised Green is not one that I talk about much, but they're excellent.
Okay. Where are they out of? Are they out of Madison?
Closer to Milwaukee. Ooh.
All right.
One of those. Ooh. You know those stouts that like hit you in the back of your neck and like
sends the right chills down your spine a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just gonna do a beer tonight, Doug, and then I was going to do some
recreational things.
Yeah. But I don't think that I can do this on camera. So
yeah.
I don't even know if I could show it on camera.
No, you haven't lit it, so I think it's fine. Whatever.
Legal somewhere. Legal some places. Not legal in places. Not. But
hey, we did have one guest. We did have one guest in Canada where it's legal to smoke on the show on camera. So I think we're fine.
We did.
Yeah. So if it's legal where you're good to go.
Yeah. We've had all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And we want to we're going to take over Canada. So they better watch what they're doing up there, Doug.
That's right. 51st state.
Right. Well, imperialism's going to imperial, right? So what do you have, Doug?
All right. So Daniel Fisher's here. I have my last official Daniel Fisher beer. Okay. This is from Threes Brewing. This is called Neighborhood Watch. This is a Foder fermented ESB. That is a collab with Wild East. Don't have an orgasm on the freaking show, dude.
What?
Yeah, he gave me that. I was like, that is a wild combination. I am gonna give it a go.
It better be absolute cinema, as the kids say.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just cut my fingernails and I'm trying to get under the tab. So
and we also have an unboxing that needs to be done.
We'll do that. We'll do that after this. Also, dirty glass. This glass I cannot get clean as much as I fucking try, but
yeah, we can entertain y'all for a minute or two until Manny gets here, and then he's vastly entertaining. That looks vastly beautiful. I shouldn't be jealous because my beer is amazing.
Man, I am jealous of your beer, dude. That sounds awesome. Just super awesome.
I don't know how it ended up here, but it's here.
Yeah, so here we go.
Dirty Glass Gang. Dirty Glass Gang.
For sure. Check that out. So it's not as dark as an ESB, but ESB can be a little lighter, but
that's what I'm saying.
Like, you know how Foder can be like really sour smelling? It doesn't quite get.
I like the sour, but
man, that is super interesting. ESB. This is gonna sound weird, but the aging almost gives it a bit like hoppy flavor. I'm really confused. It's good. It's definitely unique, which I really dig. I'm not getting a lot of like sour like notes out of it. So they're Foder aging it. So it's you'd think that would impart a lot of that sort of. Every time I've had Foder aged things, it's always very sour. This is not like that, but you definitely retains the ESB thing. So interesting. And it is a collab with some place called Wild East Brewing. I'm not familiar with them. Maybe Daniel.
The Foder and the Wild East. This is all making sense.
Yeah. So Wild East's expertise is in English styles. So they have apparently Threes has a Foder program, oak Foder program. So yeah, this is really drinkable though. Greg, this is just like to sit and just enjoy the shit out of it. Like it says it styles itself as a like a summer beer. This feels more like a nice fall beer watching football kind of deal for me, but really drinkable, really good. Thank you, Daniel, for that one.
All right.
That's super good, man. That's so drinkable. Very crushable, as the kids say. So yeah, that was super good.
Do the kids say that, Doug?
The kids that are like in their 20s, which by the way, my one son just turned 21 yesterday. So now I have two kids that are over 21 and a third one coming in February. So man, it's coming on fast and furious. But
you get to finally say,
goodbye.
I have one more who's 18. He's gonna be a few years. So
all right.
Yeah. So all right. So this is very good, Daniel. Again, thank you. I really appreciate this one. I held on to this one at the last one because I was like a little dubious of it, and Daniel assured me this is really good. I'm like, okay. Everybody has different tastes, and I was a little worried about the Foder aging, but that's super good. Really good.
All right, Doug. Well, I have a gift for you, even though it's not. Birthday! I guess it's late or something.
Yes.
So let's see if he likes it, y'all.
If I can open it. There we go.
Order from your favorite retail outlet.
Yeah, fucking Amazon. But what can you do? Sometimes that's the way you got to order shit. All right. Oh, it got bent.
It got bent.
That is perfect. That is perfect. Yeah, they bent it like this and stuffed it in the envelope, so it'll be okay. It'll be okay whenever I stick it to whatever. Man, that's fucking great. I might put that on like my studio door out facing everybody. Beware of Doug.
Or it could go right back under Master Chief too.
What's
Look
that?
there. Right under Master Chief. Look.
Oh, yeah, well, right there. Well, all right, first of all, that thing that's underneath there, that is the thing I got from Barrel and Flow that has all the, at the time, all the black men that were, yeah. Oh, you mean the other Master Chief over there, like on the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or the one over your. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Something. I don't know, man. We all need to beware of Doug, so I just wanted to put out the warning.
That is a fair warning, folks. Because I'm such an angry guy.
Oh no, I'm just saying, beware. Just watch out.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Greg. That was awesome. It's like, what the fuck is Greg said to me? It's funny because you were saying, hey, you might be getting something, and then my wife's like, hey, my shoes came. She had ordered shoes, and usually they don't deliver shit out here past 8. Mm-hmm. And so it was 9. I'm like, wow. I feel bad because those folks shouldn't be delivering shit at 9 p.m. They should be at home. So
again, imperialism is not going to imperial itself, Doug. So someone has to do that work.
Yeah, good old capitalism doesn't stop. So yeah. But thank you very much. That was great.
No, that's cool. Excellent. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
I didn't arrange this whole unboxing on the stream, but so be it. Wonderful.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, Doug, what's going on? There's a lot going on, obviously. But you wanted to talk about next week. Y'all don't want to miss next week.
No, you do not. So next week is a guy who is a writer and a journalist by the name of Jeff Pearlman. Now, Jeff Pearlman has written tons of books, and I mean tons. And his latest book is one that's coming out on the 21st, I believe. It is about Tupac and his life. And he's an investigative reporter. He did a whole deep dive. He's written books on Bo Jackson, on the USFL, on the Lakers. He generally sticks to sports. He's a sports guy. But he was just on a podcast with 2 former NBA players called All the Smoke. One of them is Matt Barnes, and I can't remember the other guy. And he just has stories for days. He worked for Sports Illustrated for a while, and he drove around with John Rocker. John Rocker was a fucking super racist piece of shit in the 90s. In the 90s.
Yeah.
Talked about how he was super racist in the car with a reporter from Sports Illustrated. I'm telling you, Pearlman just does all these super interesting takes. He's written just books about like tons of different things. I really can't wait to talk to him. He also started a thing where he's doing a thing because he lives in Orange County, California, with Truth OC, where basically he is all about just kind of dismantling authoritarianism. So let's just say he's not a fan of our current president or any of his cronies. Like, he's very public about it. So I am wicked excited to have him on.
He picked a good time to be anti-authoritarianism.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a fan of him in his first term, but now he's just like, I can't fucking believe we're doing this again, like that kind of thing. I don't think any of us think we can't believe we're doing this again.
Wow.
So,
okay, wait, he's here.
Hey, no, you're not. Manny, I sent you the link over in our fucking private chat, you goon.
Oh, fuck. Well, after last week when we had guests that were unknown and
yeah, like, who's this guy?
And we y'all, we asked Brianna to be on, but she ran and she hid this week because maybe she was off. I told Doug we're never gonna let her live down that guest thing because that was wild. That was wild. So y'all, I don't know if y'all were here. Doug remembers because he'll never let me live this motherfucker down. Is when I drank a 50 milligram THC drink on this stream and was like passed the fuck out by the end.
You were not passed out. You managed to stay standing up, which was fucking admirable.
Barely. And if I recall correctly, Doug was like, that was one of those shows where Doug was like gabbing on at the end. And I was like, Doug, I need to fucking quit.
You're like, I need to crash, man. I
know,
can't handle it.
Y'all know it was the famous one last question Doug does. And it was free. It was awesome. And I'm over here like I turned off my camera and I was so fucking high I could barely stand up. So I'm not trying to do that again. But I don't know. I haven't fucked with any of y'all's news, so it's not really about anything that's going on existentially. I know it's fine, believe me. I get it. For the most part. So
same, Daniel. Yes. Hey, dude, you were standing up, and if I take 50 milligrams, I would have been on the floor in like 30 minutes. So you were barely,
I don't know. The desk was holding me up. You know, I have one of those desks that go. It was holding me up. The desk. I don't know what was going on. But what I do know, Doug, is while we wait for Manny or whatever the fuck's going on, we'll start this. It's all good. Manny's new, not new. Manny's old here. He'll be able to just jump in and we can, you know what I mean? Yeah, like nothing. So, we talked about this before, but I wanted to comment on this. Actually, we'll make sure we get Manny commenting on this. K-pop Demon Hunters, y'all. Creator says no to live action movie. We put it. We put it in our. We put it in our Speakeasy green chat, or I put it in there. And I was like, damn, that's pretty big because that was a lot of money attached to that, Doug. And that a ton of motherfucking money could be raked in on not only the movie itself, the merchandise, the fucking shows, it just goes on and on how much they could monetize the F out of this show because it's so popular. And I still haven't seen it, but everybody says it's good. It's on my thing. Don't worry. Don't pass to me. I'm going to get to it. But I just wanted to see Manny's here. That's cool. But before we get to that, Doug, just to keep the flow going, I just wanted to see what you were thinking about this. And the fact, again, Doug, that they just left that money on the table. Normally, they don't care about creative processes. So they're like, fuck it, we're going to get the money. So thoughts on this, buddy?
When's the last time you saw a live action remake? I mean, they make money because kids will watch it. When have you heard a live action remake of something that turned out really good, like really good,
or even better than the original?
Yeah, that doesn't happen. K-pop Demon Hunters was perfectly timed. It's super catchy. They just hit the right time, and it fucking was a good movie. It was a good movie. Listen, so them saying, "Yeah, I'm not going to do the live action because like that's going to fuck it up." Like, holy shit! Like they're going to be like, here's the fucking $50 million fucking dollars. And yes, you're exactly right, Daniel. That is not the case. Not everything needs a live action remake. But yeah, it's super good.
Yeah. I didn't even smoke the shit, and I completely forgot what the fuck I was going to ask you about.
Dude, you were doing the thing like you had it one in one hand, and then you had the lighter, like you're doing fucking Star Trek with that.
K-pop Demon Hunters. There's something on this line that I want. Oh, Daniel. I'm sorry, it wasn't actually you, Doc. Daniel. Daniel? What are? Because we know Daniel has literally an encyclopedia.
Yes, he does.
Daniel, what are some good remake live adaptation thingies that you can come off here real quick? And while we think about that, we might as well bring on Manny because Manny can answer this question. Our boy Manny, welcome him, y'all. Welcome him.
What up?
Yeah. What is it?
What's up, Manny? How are you, dude?
Good, man. How y'all doing?
Good, doing good.
Great, man. We're great. We're having a
hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
I think he brings fucking Obama in.
Yeah. So Manny, I think you're at work, so you don't have anything good to drink, right?
No, yeah, I got an outage that went on, so I was like, man, let me just do everything at once. I'm still monitoring everything, so.
All right. Wow. Look at this double shifting. What's up, Doug?
I I want to get Manny's opinion on the live action thing for K-pop Demon Hunters. Did you see K-pop Demon Hunters? I assume you did.
Yeah, bro.
I assume you did.
Dropping it. So like, yeah,
that shit was great, man.
Oh, it's so catchy. Even if you like are not a fan, like if you sit there and watch it, and you're not like tapping your foot or like moving to it, like, dude, they did a phenomenal job on that. They did a phenomenal job. Like I can't even. Yeah.
And Manny, what's up with the are you happy about no live action movie? Do you want to see it? You know, where you at with that whole thing?
Yeah, I probably my initial thoughts would be no, but if it was the same, like if it was the same people involved and they did it right, like I could see how it could work, but that budget would have to be crazy though.
Yeah.
Like and then in this day and age of like everything being 99.9% CGI, I don't want that either. Like like I'm not. So I'm like I think it could be done right, but it has to be the right crews, the right people. Like everything has to be perfect, and I don't know if we really want to go down that road.
All right, Golden was a song on K-pop Demon Hunters, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Look, we got Manny. All right, there we go. We got Jerry saying hi, so this is all good.
Guy.
Yeah.
All right, so you're a fan though, Manny, is what you're saying.
I am a fan. Yeah. My daughter and my girl, they went to Oakland, or was it in Oakland? I forgot where it was at, but they went there. They love K-pop way more than I do. I'm not a fanatic or anything, but I also know a guy that he's a sports reporter and he's a big K-pop person out here in Sac and the Bay, and he started like every Saturday he has a K-pop show on the radio too. So like it's obviously a big phenomenon, you know, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. But I'm a fan, man. I'm not gonna say there's a bunch of those songs that I probably wouldn't even admit to listening to half the time. But
dude, there is no such thing as the guilty pleasure. If you like the shit, you like it.
That's true.
There's songs in there. I'm just like, I'm fucking grooving to them. I'm like, all right.
But I know all the new kids on the block moves, so don't tell anybody.
Nah, dude. Man. What's wrong with that?
Hey, is what it is.
Orville Peck. I didn't realize he was going to be in Street Fighter. Fuck, I didn't know that.
Who?
Yeah, and we have Jim Orville Peck is in Street Fighter. Jerry.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
We also have Jim Carrey talking about being George Jetson.
Oh. I heard they wanted him as the new Freddy Krueger.
No,
and I'm like,
dude, listen.
Oh, maybe.
I could totally see that working. I could totally see that working.
Maybe.
I could totally see Jim Carrey being campy enough to do that shit.
Speaking of that, that's playing in the movie theaters here on Monday. I think I'm going. The original. I haven't seen it forever. You know, y'all know that's a classic, man. When that came out, that was like fucking groundbreaking.
I watch it every year. Like that's.
I mean, it definitely went downhill as a franchise. We're not even going to try to do that, but like the first one was classic.
Yeah, that's scary. Like, everything else was campy after that. For the most.
So Manny, what's up? Nice to see you. You came in midstream. Nice to see you. What's going on? We will get to the NBA, which is your big thing. We will get there. Believe me, we will get there. But is there anything new on the serial angle? What's going on with the serial? Is it, are we still like getting more healthy? Has the fascism gone into the cereal yet? What's going on?
Are we getting any Kurt Franks?
Yeah, I've been doing the fascism news, so I don't know if it's got to the fucking cereal. At some point, it's going to get to everything. So what's going on, Manny? What is that?
So it's still, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's been going on strong for the last couple of years where stuff is still coming out. Like, and it's probably in between where most of it is garbage. I would say like 80% is just bullshit that's either retrending. Like every time a movie comes out, a cereal comes out with the Wicked cereals. Those are out right now.
I saw that one, yeah.
And most of them are just other cereals that are already out with just the flash of the cereal box, right? Like it's just, whatever. But I will say the newest thing that I've seen drop, and they've been using athletes for and I feel like they stole it from me, is the remixes, right? They've become remixed cereals. And I'm like, yo, I was doing that like 4 years ago online, and now you guys are all of a sudden doing these mixes. But there's a couple of them that are hitting where I was like, okay, like Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I was going to say that one.
Yeah, and it's a great glossy cover, which I got one just for that. And it's like lemon Cheerios with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and it hits right. Like it's perfect. I like it. It's really good. I think it's a good offset for each other. I was surprised how much I liked it. So like, I think those are good. The ice creams came out a little while ago, like Frosted Flakes. They came out with the Kellogg's line of ice creams. The Rice Krispie one, French Kiss. I'm not a big Honey Smack person, so I didn't really try those. And then there's been a couple of new cereals that have been coming out here and there. Frosted Flakes. There you go. I'm surprised. I really am surprised that they haven't came out with a box with Charlie Kirk's face on it.
Me too. Me too.
Just to be.
Who is the cereal maker that's coming out with the Charlie Kirk? You know,
I'm sure
cereal maker. Who's coming out with that?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Is it a Trump brand cereal?
There probably would be. There are Trump flakes somewhere. I know he did have some. It is definitely out there. I don't know who would do it though. I don't know who would be bold. Not to even say it's bold nowadays, but you know, it's the in thing, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some good stuff out there. Like Honey Bunch of Oats has like they have a sugar cookie Honey Bunch of Oats that just came out. I haven't tried it yet. It's the holidays right now, right? All the Halloween cereals are out. All the Christmas ones are already out. Like it's crazy.
What?
Yeah, those are already pushing out.
Dude,
like,
Christmas beers are going to be out. Beers are going to be out very soon. So.
Yeah. Well, the Halloween cereals were out like in August. Like all those were already out in August. So.
Same with Oktoberfest beers, same with pumpkin beers, same thing, but the same with the cereal.
Yeah, but Oktoberfest beers are expiring in T-minus 14 days and 48 hours and 2 seconds. They can't sell Oktoberfest beers after October, just so y'all know. Like November 1st, it's like they become shelf turds. I don't know if y'all know this. And brewers are scared of this shit. Some of them are. Some of them aren't, though, because some of them are fucking releasing their Oktoberfest tomorrow. So anyway, sorry, Manny.
No, you're good. So yeah, I mean,
goofy shit you know when you look at a whole state beer wise. Go on, buddy.
I feel like every year, regardless of whether it's cereal or anything else, they keep pushing back holidays like weeks. Like everything gets like it used to be maybe September you would get Halloween stuff. Now it's August, and then Christmas probably. I already see like Home Depot. If you go to Home Depot right now, it's half of the Halloween, half of the Christmas is already out. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, the amount of like they release that shit almost at the same time, and it's so fucked up. Like just like here's a Halloween and here's a Christmas. Like fucking hold the fuck up. You don't Christmas. You keep your shit over there.
Can we enjoy it today? Like, come on, man. Like I know Halloween's not necessarily officially a holiday, but like it's a holiday for a lot of it's one of my favorites. So like
yeah, same.
So like it's so dumb, I guess.
So, Manny, while we're here, I put something in our thing. I don't know. Did you know that no, not that guy. Did you know Did you know that John Harvey Kellogg made cornflakes to minimize
masturbation,
unhealthy desires,
excitement, sexual arousal, and masturbation? First of all, let me come off my camera and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? But that aside, Manny, did you know this shit?
I did. I saw that a couple years ago. Which is hilarious.
I'm sure you did.
I like my masturbation. Leave me alone.
Who is like, I need less masturbation?
Not me, buddy. Left hand, right hand, I can do it all, man.
The single guy on the panel says no comment. So
you say this. You do the stranger the right doesn't matter.
Yeah, come on, man. Go. I'm like Jason Williams, man. Behind the back passes. Come on, man. Go around the back. Let's go. Let's
You
go.
do it off the elbow.
Yeah.
Y'all married and partnered forever. Y'all don't need your hand.
Dude.
Man.
Dude.
Sometimes somebody not home. I got to do what I got to do, man.
And listen, that's healthy for both of your parties as a married or partnered group. That's all good.
Hey,
all
girl,
good.
let me eat some Fruity Pebbles and watch, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's go.
Why are Fruity Pebbles the go-to for watching that?
It's colorful. It's exciting. You know, like, come on. Maybe put some Rice Krispies in there so it crackles too while I'm watching. How about that?
Man,
I'm concentrated on the fruity part, but of course I would be.
That's only when we bring somebody into it.
Yeah.
So.
Then that makes you in the cuck chair, so be careful there, dude.
We're already off the rails, so that's wonderful.
We knew that'd be this way.
Yeah. So it's good to hear that the cereal game is still going strong.
Oh, it's not. That's funny. Funny.
Yeah, Doug, do you have any cereal questions before we move on to who knows?
No, well, I do have one.
Talking about masturbating, so I don't.
Yeah, well, all right. So my only question is, and I'm pretty sure we covered this before, but so you have your monster cereals. It's Berry, Blueberry, Count Chocula, Fruit Brute, which is. So what is out of those? I think it's just 4, or did they introduce a new one?
There was 5. There was Yummy Mummy.
Yummy Mummy. You're right.
Yeah.
So what are those 5? If you're going to pick one of them, what's your go-to out of those 5?
It would have always been Blueberry back in the day when it was the original formula. That was my shit. I would literally stock up and keep some for the whole year so I could eat it yearly. But the formula has definitely changed. I will give them credit that maybe about 4 years ago there was a slight change in it, and it's better. It's not ever. We all know it is never going back to whatever it was back in the day. It is what it is. I wish Mexico would make these too, though, because Mexican cereals and Canadian cereals always are better because they don't have the same FDA rules. But Blueberry definitely, and then probably Frankenberry, and then Count Chocula. I did like the Yummy Mummy when it was out, and they brought it back maybe like 4 or 5 years ago for 1 year, and then that was it. So
yeah,
I like Blueberry though. That's my go. That was probably one of my top 5 cereals period back in the day. So
yeah,
that was my shit.
Yeah, I was more of a Frankenberry person, but like everybody has their thing. Like Fruit Brute, but Fruit Brute was more like I'll try that, and then I'll have that, and a bowl of that was good enough, and then I was But Frankenberry could eat all the time.
What I do like this year that they did though is it's the anniversary of the Muppets, so all the monster characters are done as Jim Henson Muppets on the cover.
No way!
Yeah, that's dope.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's dope. That's
so I'm definitely going to make sure I have at least all those boxes as a collector's item because they probably won't do that again anytime soon. So that's pretty dope. So. Yeah.
So that's another. So how many collector's item boxes do you have that you've never opened?
More than my girl needs to know. That's for sure. I still have my Chris Brown cereal. I got a Chris Brown cereal. Yeah, he had a cereal that came out. So it was for a good cause, maybe 2 years ago. So I've got that cereal. I'm holding it too because if I ever I'm probably never going to happen, but if I could get him to sign it, that would be dope. But I haven't even opened it. I never tasted it. I already know it's going to taste like crap. Like none of those cereals ever are good. But it was for a good cause. It was for a charity. So I bought one offline and I kept it, and it's still. I'll never open that one. I think I've told you guys before. Like I had the green onion one. That's one of my favorite ones.
The green onion one. Oh, forgot about that.
Yeah. And my favorite video is probably still, and it's probably abuse, but I made my daughter do a fake review of it so she could taste it, not knowing what it was. Great. That was a great reaction. But no, I probably have like 150 to 200 boxes. Some of them I folded, right? Like I want to make a wall at some point when I have a bigger house, but yeah, probably have like 150 to 200 boxes.
Hey, Greg, do you mind before we segue? I have a second beer.
Let's go.
All right. So the reason I wanted to do this is just a cool label. It is basically a newt.
Okay.
Kind of just tumbled out of it.
Yeah.
So, like almost like an Aztecian newt. It is a
That's cool.
It is a Kolsch from King State, which is out of Florida somewhere, and I can't because the text is so fucking tiny and I'm old. I can't. Tampa, Florida. So.
Okay.
All right. Let's see how it is. If I can open the tab.
All right.
Because I cut my fingernails, and that shit is not great for opening beer tabs. So, and it also has no date on it. So I am unsure how old this beer is. So,
what's the average age? Like, does beer ever go bad necessarily?
Oh yeah.
What's the usual? Like, I know it probably varies on the type of beer, but like,
Greg, I'll let you answer that. You're more knowledgeable on this than I am.
Yeah, it's the type of beer, Manny. So like IPAs could be bad in a month. Stouts could go for years.
I think one of my favorite I have that I'll never drink. There was one that was like, it's a Tribe Called Quest, and it's the whole like, it's the red, the green, and the black. Like it's the whole from the Midnight. I think it's Midnight Marauders. But they just kept that just to keep that. I was like, I gotta have that.
And Doug, just so you know, every breath you take, every step you take, I'll be watching you.
God damn it. Hey, I'm glad you blurred out my address, you ass munch.
Hey.
Thank you for that, Greg.
Yeah. No, I was looking because I was, obviously I said that to you. I was like, it's not there yet. It's gonna come. And then like, I don't know. I went back because I don't know. You got it, and it had that picture there, and I was like, oh, look at it. I'm stalking Doug. This is great.
Hey, before we forget, is that Liquid Death Serial Criminal?
Yes.
They did a collaboration with Fruity Pebbles. And it is the greatest thing I've ever tasted. I drink that with like a light liquor. I've had it with some old fashioned. Like it's so good. I've got like 50 cases of it in my house somewhere stashed because I know it's a temporary thing. It's gonna go away. So I made sure to like buy them all up. Yeah, they're just good, man.
I have the clapping noise because it's not. We all know it's. Sometimes, most of the time, these are fails, Manny. You know what I'm talking about. Collaborations or these big things. You know what I mean? Like more often than not, it's garbage. So I clap for you for that. Like you had something to say before I wanted to segue. Pretty nicely.
This is it's a decent Kolsch. I think it's a little old, but decent. I think it's a little long in the tooth, but decent enough to drink.
Agreed, Daniel. Agreed. I'm gonna find a way to create it, sir. Don't you worry.
Interesting. So yeah. What is it? See, look, I'm all high. I can't even. I knew this was gonna be a mess. I knew this was gonna be a mess. In the spirit of brands fucking shit up, I thought this was interesting, y'all. Arby's is being sued for fake advertisement. Yes, we know Arby's is garbage. But like seriously though, look at what we're looking at.
Yeah.
And so the pessimist in me says that of course they're not going to lose. But the realist in me says they clearly should. Look at this shit. It's awful. And y'all know, like, and it's not just Arby's, I got it. But I'm gonna say that Arby's is probably one of the worst ones, actually, if that makes sense. I know that there's a level, but Arby's, I mean, come on, look at this, y'all. Like, at least the Big Mac kind of sort of looks like it fucking does in a commercial. You know what I mean? Those cheeseburgers from Burger King kind of sort of like cheeseburgers. I know the fries are terrible, but again, this looks like I don't know. So yeah. Wait, who's? Oh yeah, I'm the fool. Shit. What's up? God
damn it, Craig.
Fuck. I was like, who's the fools? I was gonna get them, and
it's all of us.
Anyway, Manny, thoughts on suing brands for false advertisement because they tell you one thing and they fucking bait and switch.
I mean,
or is this not happening? What do you think? Should we have hope? What's going on? Hit it all, Manny. Hit it all.
Well, one, you're never going. Anybody that's got billions of dollars to have lawyers, you're never going to see a dime. So, I'm an Arby's fan. I'm not even gonna lie. Arby's is a guilty pleasure of mine. Like, I don't know why, it just is. But Arby's is also
one of those fries. The fries.
I like the roast beef for some reason.
Curly?
I love the fries. Yeah,
curly fry, Doug. The curly or the
that's the best fast food fry. Like Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Arby's. That realm.
I agree. I agree. And I've never seen. I will say this for Arby's. I've never seen a place have a. They change out their menu more than any other fast food restaurant I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they do. They got burgers now and shit. It's wild.
They got burgers,
Reuben's. They have Reuben's.
Yeah,
fucking Reuben's. I've never seen a fast food place have Reuben's. What the fuck?
Something called steak bites now. They just.
Oh, did you see those things? Those things look terrible, but
like I'm not eating that shit. No.
So Doug, what do you think here? Should companies be able to be sued? Are they going to win here? Do you think they should be sued? Are you outraged? Do you not care? What's going on?
Well, when you look at when you go to any restaurant and they have pictures of the food, it never looks like what the food is. Never. Even if it's a high-end restaurant, it doesn't look the same. Like if you go to a Chinese restaurant and they have all the pictures up on the top, here's all your menu items. They never look like that. Now here's the thing: Chinese food, no matter what you get, that shit's fucking delicious. Especially if you go into the place and there's some kid doing homework next to you. That kid doing homework, you are in the right place. If you're at a place that looks really nice, wrong Chinese food place.
Right.
Go elsewhere. But like, it's never going to look like that. Never.
Okay, but can we come close though? So like I knew y'all were gonna say this, and now I'm gonna push the whole like, can we come close? Like, can it be
close
like
be nice?
Okay, because this is not close. I don't even care if you like it or not. It's not close. Like I get it, because again, different people are making the food, and sometimes shit happens, and it's cool. I got it, but like, can you come like a little bit close?
I agree.
I don't know. So I think this is where this is going to come down. I think this is going to be one of those class action lawsuits that fucking Arby's pays like $400 million, but then Manny gets like $4 and like fucking, hey, here's a free beef and cheddar. Hey, dude, lunch is on us. You know what I mean? And that's not even lunch because you still need the fries and the fucking drink.
Right. You're probably right. And most people probably won't even collect it. So, you know.
Right. And then people will collect it, and then Arby's gets to keep it. And it's such Anyway.
Absolutely.
Anything more on Arby's and this whole thing? I thought it was amusing.
That's hilarious though. That picture.
I wasn't even trying to like be serious about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, this is a good point. It's just different angles. That's a good point.
Where is this at?
Yeah, Spielberg on the left.
Spielberg on the left.
That's Spielberg on the left.
And that's fucking Johnny with his home camera on the right.
Yeah, basically.
That shit's funny. So before we get to the NBA, I showed his goofy face, so we should talk about him. So I wanted to talk about the whole environment behind the Super Bowl, picking the artists and all that, Manny. You know where we're at. You know, this is off the whole, Bad Bunny isn't an American, but clearly he is.
He is.
Puerto Rico and all that shit. So I just want to say a couple of things, and then we'll get to this Jay-Z piece. Number one, I firmly believe that Jay-Z is one of the biggest fucking media trolls maybe ever, but definitely in this era. He has a way of poking and doing things that are really not like you can like say, hey, look at him, he's fucking around, but he's fucking around. And it's not only him, it's his fucking wife too, who is a beautiful, wonderful well put out there troll. And I have many reasons to say that, but I believe that Jay-Z is using his platform as one of the main people to get the Super Bowl people to basically troll America. And it isn't just fucking Bad Bunny, and it isn't just Kendrick Lamar, and it isn't just fucking Mary J. Blige and Snoop Dogg and Eminem, and it isn't just The Weeknd, and it's all of them. And it isn't just Shakira and fucking J Lo shaking their respectfully ass on TV. That's literally what happened. Their Spanish ass, and y'all weren't pissed off about that, but y'all were pissed off about Bad Bunny because y'all don't want to see Bad Bunny in a dress, right? Y'all want to see J Lo in a dress. Oh yeah, okay, sorry, I shouldn't say that part, right? Anyway, so Jay-Z is trolling, I believe, not trolling. He's doing a good job at putting people who are relevant up there, but there's a troll aspect, I believe, here going on. And I just think that, again, this is the guy that fought with Nas for like how fucking long, man? like this guy can troll like the best. And this here piece says that people are pissed off that he didn't officially invite Taylor Swift, which actually, in my opinion, Manny, and Manny, I'm going to you next, would be another troll because hardline, NFL people hate Taylor Swift because apparently she's paying the refs or something. So, or influencing the refs, or I don't know, but that would be a troll too. Also, if y'all would think about it, because people really hate Taylor Swift and are really like, I think the majority of NFL fans hate Taylor Swift. I think there's a big section like us who don't give a fuck about her, respectfully. Because that's kind of I think that's where y'all are at about it. I don't think y'all hate her. I just don't think we just care and we don't really like it. So Manny, anything about this whole selection process? You want to go back to Bad Bunny? You want to talk about Jay-Z trolling people? In my opinion, do you think the selection process has been good? I love to ask 50 questions just so you can just go off on it.
No, it's cool. So two things. One, I mean, Jay-Z is the ultimate opportunist. Like anything, he can take an opportunity to make some money and put himself in the great light too. Like he's always going to do that. I mean, going back to Diddy and all that stuff. Like I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff he doesn't want to ever get out.
No Diddy.
I'm pretty sure he was involved at some point in a lot of extracurricular activities.
No Diddy.
But I will say this about Taylor. Like, she did an interview recently about it, and somebody asked a good question, about the Super Bowl, and she had a phenomenal answer to it, whether it was true or not. But part of her answer was that they do call her every year, engage her. They called her, engaged her interest.
Yeah.
And she basically was like, and it was a great answer, I thought, as a significant other, where went into this whole thing about Kelsey and like this being his moment and like not stepping on stuff and like, and then also being the aspect of this is her soon to be husband. And, if you were to be there, obviously they're freaking there almost every goddamn year. At least they were for a while where, like I want to watch him play if he's playing and not have to deal with and how do I he's getting ready for the Super Bowl and oh my God, I'm having a mental breakdown about a show when he's out there trying to kill himself physically. So I thought that was a great answer, the way she had worded everything. I know I'm kind of paraphrasing, but so I don't know if it's so much that they don't want her, because I think they obviously every time that there's a Chiefs game, they put as many of those games on TV as possible, and then they zoom in on her every opportunity they get. So apparently, I mean, she's good for business to an extent. Whether you hate her or love her, it's one of those Mayweather things. Whether you hate him or love him, you're going to tune in to want to see something either good happen or bad happen to that person. So I think it's a win-win for them. With the Bad Bunny stuff.
Yeah. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, he's the biggest thing. He was the biggest thing out there with that show. My girl went to Puerto Rico to see the show, which was crazy. One of her friends had bought tickets way ahead of time, had an extra ticket, called her the week before and was like, hey, if you can get the plane ticket, I got your ticket, the hotel, the whole experience. It's already done.
Damn.
So she bought a ticket and flew out that next route because she wasn't sure, like, should I go? Because she had plans for that day. Like, what the hell out of you? Take your ass to Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico, I've been there so many times. I love the place. Like, go get the experience. So she went, and she had a phenomenal time. And obviously, he was the biggest thing up until that final show, right? Like, so of course, I mean, he's not obvious, but like, you got him at his height. You know, I think it's great. I think it's, if you're not a racist piece of shit, I think that you embrace stuff. I know so many people I know that don't understand or speak late. Music isn't always about the words. It's the feeling. You don't have to understand I've heard songs that I don't understand from other countries where the beat was just, it moved me for whatever reason. You know, it spoke to me in its own way. And to me, that's what music's about. It's not always, everybody's version of what music is, that's what it is for you. Whether it takes you back to a moment in time, or whether it triggers something into you personally, and whether it's, crying, laughing, good, bad, like whatever it is, music goes beyond just what is being said on the piece of paper that was written as lyrics. So, yeah, they can kiss my ass on that shit. Obviously, being Mexican, I love the way people have reacted to it, because it's like, go fuck yourself. So, I mean,
Yep. Yeah, I want to talk about real quick is the idea of when you said music isn't always about lyrics. It's interesting because as a partially deaf person, my experience with music and going to concerts is almost all the rhythm and how the song sounds. And I miss at least 50% of lyrics when I'm at concerts. I mean, at least. I miss fucking 50% of lyrics when I'm listening to regular songs. So so this year I've seen Ghost and I've seen Sleep Token in concert. And I'm going to see Disclosure tomorrow. Disclosure is more like an EDM band. I am so looking forward. Disclosure is more in my wheelhouse, because like house music and dance music is much more about rhythm and how the song drives you, as opposed to lyrics. Now the lyrics can be really interesting and great depending. Like Sleep Token has really good lyrics, Ghost has really good lyrics. That's not for me. That doesn't mean that I don't, if I can catch the lyrics, if I'm watching something and I can see the lyrics, okay, great, that's cool. But like, I'm going to go to Disclosure and I'm just going to vibe off of it, because it's just going to be the fucking music. It's going to be me and my old ass with fucking people that are probably 30. And I'm going to just enjoy the music part of it, because that's what, like you said, Manny, sometimes it's not about what you can understand. Like there's this one group called, they're a guitar group and they're Mexican, and it's Gabriela and
Rodrigo. They're fucking excellent.
Yes, they're fucking excellent. And I don't think they have lyrics in most of their songs. And their music is fucking phenomenal. Just great to listen to, just fantastic. And that's the thing is, if you listen to a song and it's just instrumental, you're like, that was fantastic. Well, great. Then you're getting the idea that music isn't always lyrics. Now, my wife and my daughter are very much lyrics people. Lyrics matter to them tremendously. That really influences how, like, they're big Hozier fans. It's because Hozier makes really great lyrics. Great. I went to the Hozier concert. I enjoyed myself. I understood almost none of what he was singing. And it's not that he wasn't a bad singer. Just I'm deaf. So like, I'm going to miss a bunch of shit, like as far as lyrics are concerned. So yeah, Manny, I couldn't agree with you more about the idea of like music is more than just lyrics. It's a million things to a million people.
Exactly. And there's nobody wrong for whatever they like or whatever it is. It's whatever. And some people write music is, it's not a big thing in their life, right? It's just something they listen to when they work out, or it doesn't mean it's, and that's fine. Like for me, music is everything. I feel it in my bones. Like when I love something, like there's certain albums that I listen to monthly for the last 20 years, like, and they bring out whether, like you said, house music, right? Like, yeah, Beat That Bitch with a Bat. It's probably not the greatest lyric on earth, right? But if I listen to that, if it comes on, like it takes me back to that time and dancing and being in these places in Chicago, which was, you know,
that was the epicenter, dude. That was the birthplace.
Epicenter, bro.
That was the birthplace.
Man, I remember the first time Fast Eddie came out and it was bananas and all of us were just standing there like, dude, what is this?
What the fuck is that?
Like, at this point, I'm like this 1000% hip hop kid, right? Like I'm on train, I'm with people on trains tagging things and all this, and all of a sudden I hear this sound, what the fuck? And my feet are moving, I'm jacking my body, and it's like, bro, the lights are down, the lights are just, you know, everywhere, and I'm getting high and all that other stuff too. But, you know, but it was like this phenomenal thing that, you know, nobody else had at that time. It was Chicago. That's it. If you weren't in Chicago, you didn't know about it until maybe months later. And it was this thing that just grew into a global. I can't believe it's still around. Like, to me, it's crazy. I would have never thought, just like hip hop, I would have never thought that it would going global and been around this long and became this phenomenon.
Yeah, there was one time that I was, in a brief time that I was dancing for a record label. We went to Chicago for a show, and I got to go to the Warehouse. And that fucking, because Frankie Knuckles played that night.
Oh,
that fucking, I walked out of there like I had an out of body experience. I don't know how to explain. If you have a dude that just, or anybody who knows how to really play the crowd with music, and it has nothing to do with their singing. I'm going to mix this stuff. I'm going to play with all these different frequencies, and just, that was one of the only experience that was better than that from a house music perspective to me was seeing Junior Vasquez at Twilo in New York. And that was great. There was one instance where one song that was probably the best house club experience. They played the song called Insomnia by Faithless, which is one of my favorite house songs.
Mm-hmm.
They did the whole, like the breakdown and then the build. And it was just one of these perfect experiences where the lighting and everything was just perfect. And it was one of the most peak experiences I've ever had. And if you ever know what peak experiences are, like it's like a psychological term where you just realize at that moment, that's the best place you could be. Yeah, else that's exactly where you should be. And I did that. And whenever I hear that song, I get chills because of the idea of, I remember that. I feel like you probably had the same experience when you're at some concert or you're at this club and there just something comes on and it just hits you just the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Just hits you in your heart and your head and just, yeah.
It's like you're in this perfect utopia of music.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like being like you said, and I don't remember. I probably was again. I probably was high off my mind, but like I would always like just stand back. I'm a people watcher. I love watching people, no matter where. Every Friday, Saturday night at these clubs, and I just remember standing back and watching in the euphoria of watching all these hundreds of people, and you're sweaty, right? Fucking hot up in this motherfucking place, but like the unison of people's excitement and movement.
Mm-hmm.
And just watch it, and you could look at the DJ, like you would look at Frankie, and you would see the glow in his eyes because he was this conductor, and he was literally controlling the crowd as they moved, and it was fucking phenomenal. It was like I probably, it was probably a couple, but every night that every Friday and Saturday, I felt like I'll never get to this again. But it was like every weekend like this, like in some club, at some party, and then the raves. Like these guys would show up at fucking midnight at some warehouse too and do it till like 6 in the morning.
I know you'd be like, how the fuck did I stumble into that shit? Like, it was just weird. Like Manny, you and I just totally get that whole thing. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'll never experience that again with that because it's one of those, you're at the epicenter.
You had to be there. You had to be
brand new. Yeah, you had to be there.
And shit wasn't recorded. It wasn't like you just had to be there. And if you missed it, you fucking missed it.
You heard about it.
Yeah.
Like,
you're like, fuck, I could have been there. God damn it. Oh.
Yeah. And like I said, luckily I didn't know all these guys personally, but I knew guys that knew them because a lot of them, they kind of bleeded in from the hip hop scene too. And they all those DJs kind of knew each other, whether it was hip hop or house. And there was a mutual appreciation for each other. So a lot of them, like I got to like be around very close to and be at the epicenter of it on a lot of like, hey man, you better be blah 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 here because no, he's not telling nobody, but he's gonna be
He's
at
gonna
this.
be here.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So.
There was one instance where I was told that Armand Van Helden was going to be at this one club, and I went. My favorite house DJ, just my favorite, because he's such a freak and does weird shit. And I went, and he just didn't make it, and I was like, like just a bummer because I was so anticipating him being there.
Yeah, I get it, man.
All right, Greg, if you're still there, if you're still conscious.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
You have some NBA stuff queued up. Let's start on that because that can take us a long way in a lot of different
You don't have
ways.
anything about the Super Bowl selection? Don't talk about Jay-Z. Who cares? I want to talk about the Super Bowl, Bad Bunny, any of that stuff. We didn't talk about that.
Great. No, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm all in because like, listen, like the thing is, like you said, he's at the peak time. Whatever. They did the same thing with the Weeknd. Weeknd was super fucking popular when he was the halftime show. That was like his apex.
Kendrick,
same thing. And Kendrick fucking goddamn that motherfucker knocked that shit out of the park. Just killed it. I honestly think the Weeknd did great. He just did. He does weird stuff, and that's just kind of who he is. And he's
a weirdo. He's definitely a weirdo.
Yeah.
He can't feel his face and all that. He's a club guy.
And knowing
I don't know about
y'all
club guys. Y'all club guys
are
suspects. Bad
Bunny is very much like, I know he got something planned to troll the living fuck out of all these Trump motherfuckers. I know he does because he is that type of dude. He is definitely a petty ass man, and I love it. So I'm excited to see what he does.
And again, a petty man picks another petty man. I mean, again, anyway,
beautiful.
I'm not gonna belabor that point. But we'll belabor the NBA point, y'all. It's NBA starts when, Manny?
This upcoming Tuesday, I think, is the first game.
Yep,
Tuesday,
I think the first game is Tuesday.
Tuesday, and there's storylines all over the place. Manny knows they are everywhere. It's wild. I mean, I guess that that happens every season, but this season is it's just one of those. So I wanted to actually start here. I think this team is going to be really interesting, if y'all don't mind. The Rockets look loaded, right, Manny? Or what? What? And then Doug, what's going on with the Rockets? Manny first, please.
So yeah, they're loaded. I will say that the injury to Fred VanVleet does put them under the 8 ball a little bit. He's not, one of their top 3 players, but he's a big part of what they do from the point guard perspective, from kind of opening everything up with his outside shooting, being the playmaker. So that's going to hurt him a lot more than what I think a lot of people think. I think sometimes when it's not necessarily your big 3 that get hurt, people kind of dismiss those other players, but everybody has a role to play in a team like this. And he had a big role. And I think because a lot of the load was being taken off of him too, he was going to flourish in that. So I feel bad for him because I like Fred. I've always liked Fred. He is from back home. So I've always thought he was a great steady point guard. He could shoot that 3-point shot, ran the show pretty well. He's a good leader. So like I said, that's going to hurt them again. Some of these young players that they had for a couple years are going to have to grow. And it can't just be all about, KD. Sengun, he's a beast. KD is going to always do what he does. He's unstoppable, in that mid-range shot and from that outside. I think they're going to do really well. I still think they're, top 3 team at least. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a move at some point during the middle. They have a lot of draft picks still to play with. That GM has done a phenomenal job of putting everything together, but not dumping still having something in the cupboard. So,
Manny,
what do you
top
think,
3
Doug?
in the West or top 3 overall?
Oh, overall for sure. They're a big time title contender still. I still think they're top 3 overall. I got them up there, but it's still going to take them a minute to gel too. So,
what you got, Doug?
the Fred VanVleet injury is more than just, hey, Fred VanVleet averages this many points and does this. He's an adult. Now they have Durant. I don't think Durant's an adult. I'm sorry. I love Durant. He's a great player, but he's a giant internet troll. Like I don't think like if you're looking if you're looking for an adult, that's Fred VanVleet. Now, here's the thing. They also have a number 3 draft pick by the name of Reed Shepherd, who can shoot the absolute eyes out of the fucking ball, makes very good, smart decisions. Now, will they make him the point guard to make him kind of see what he is? You invested a number 3 fucking pick in that guy. Like, play him. Let's see what the fuck happens. Like, this thing that Greg had this graphic of Jabari Smith Jr., Amen Thompson, Tari Eason's a bench player. Şengün is a beast. I agree. Durant, he's 36 or 37. Like, he's not, again, we're looking at him and we're looking at LeBron. Like, those guys are old people. They're way beyond, they're way beyond what they should have been. Like, if you'd have done 15 years ago and those guys being 37, you'd be like, that dude's averaging 4 points a game. So great on them that they can be. And Durant is the best scoring power forward I've ever seen or forward in my life. In my life. And LeBron is a forward. He's not as good a scorer as Durant. Durant's a fucking phenomenal scorer, and he will get his points. So you have him that you can go, hey, take this and go do your thing, or we're going to hook you up. I don't know that Durant is in a space where he is at, all right, let me give you the ball and you isolate. I don't think he's that guy anymore. He used to be, and he could do it sometimes. I think he's one of those guys like, I can do it every third or fourth game, like where I can just take over. Like, I don't know that he's at, and LeBron's the same thing. Like, the guy's 40 fucking 1. Like, and he's missing the first 6 weeks of the season with sciatica. If you've ever had back problems and back pain, dude, you're going to be out more than 6 fucking weeks. There's no way you're coming back in 6 weeks with sciatica. Now, the idea is that LeBron's also sort of superhuman and fucking shakes off injuries and also shakes off fake injuries.
And spends $1 million on his body a year.
Body,
like that.
Now the other part of the Rockets is their coach is a fucking insane maniac who will not accept anything but just perfection. So there's that bit. But like I really am interested to see how they cope with Fred VanVleet's loss, because I think that is I think Manny hit it right on the head. That's a bigger loss than people realize.
Excellent. I'm gonna let the Rockets. Y'all know more about this than me. I just know I saw that and I was like, even someone like novice compared to y'all was like, oh, this may be a problem for y'all. Especially if it's if it's KD maxing out on his age.
Barrel aged.
1050.
Yeah, so cheers to you folks.
1050. So while you do that, Doug, and then you can give us your tasty notes before you jump in on this opine on this. Old school, Manny. Let's talk old school a little bit here.
Okay.
If you don't mind. Speaking of Kevin Durant said what pissed me off is Bron and D-Wade sending out tweets. Congrats to my bro James. I know Bron and James, they were so fucking happy that we wasn't together anymore, and we were on their ass, and they were scared. So, Manny, thoughts on that?
He's an internet troll, man. Like,
I tell you, Durant.
But I know someone. So I know this guy Eddie Gonzalez. I had him on my show once, and he. I've talked to him. I'm in a Discord group with them where we all chat. And he's really good friends with Kevin Durant. So every once in a while, I'll slip a question or something to him on the low just to ask him something. But I think like you said, like Doug, I don't know if he's not an adult, but I do think he enjoys trolling fans as much as anybody does on the internet, right? He gets a lot more. I don't think fans always go at him like he's mad or something, and he's not. He literally just wants fans to react like that.
Yep.
He's sitting back chuckling his ass off no matter what you say.
Agreed.
Yeah. He says some great things sometimes, even to other players. And he had one today. I think he said, I wish I had it, but it was talking about Anthony Edwards with his 8. Oh, yeah, you showed it. That's where he said.
I did.
That's right. I was like, where did I see it at? You guys showed it to me.
Me.
But that's KD. Yeah, like that's typical KD. Like he's gonna troll other players, but they all have relationships like that. Like they're all cool like that, you know.
But let's take it out of KD. Was he wrong or not, though? Is really what I love to get to.
Was he wrong or not?
Was he wrong there, or is he just talking shit, or do you think he had a legit? You know, is that a legit line of conversation? Is the question.
He probably really felt some type of way. You know, he probably really felt some type of way with that.
Doesn't make it right.
Yeah, it doesn't make it right. He felt some type of way for whatever reason. Yeah, but like, fucking move on, bro. Like,
listen,
I think it's wild that we're still talking about it. That was my first reaction. But then I'm like, you know, I actually like, okay, it's KD's a troll. Got through that. Then I'm like, okay, is this actually, you know, something? Is it, you know what I mean? Does he, you know?
I think some of that sparks because OKC won last year. And then so everybody sees them winning this current iteration and they start revisiting what was supposed to be
absolutely
them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And what went wrong the first time with this super team.
I don't think we'll ever forget that, though. Clearly, KD doesn't. I don't think any basketball fan will remember that young core in that area and just be like, and that was part of the reason why a lot of people were like, I don't think Oklahoma City's ever going to win shit until they did because of them fumbling those three guys for numerous years. And then the whole fucking, somehow they recovered from that years later, though, but somehow they did that. I don't know.
But that's the crazy thing, too, is like we always go to those three, and there still were like, if you go to that whole team, they had Serge Ibaka. Like they had these other fucking crazy good players, too, and they couldn't get over that hump. Like that's just.
What's up, Steve?
Welcome, Steve.
What was up with 1050?
1050, it's a barrel age variant. So like it's 1050 and barrel age, so it's fucking delicious, super good, and whatever. But
and then, I think you commented on this KD thing, or you have anything extra?
First of all, he's sipping on double rye in dragon's milk. Steve, Jesus Christ, dude.
That sounds like diarrhea. I don't know if that's right or wrong.
Might be.
I don't even know whether that goes together or not.
Before I go to the OKC Kevin Durant comment, I would like to comment on the preeminent free agent signing of the year. And it's been Sacramento Kings. It's Russell Westbrook.
I'm a Russ fan, though.
Hey, Westbrook was good last year with the he was great with Jokic. Now, will he be good with the Kings? I don't know. He's old too, but like and his brand of game doesn't age well. But like the idea that Durant's like, they didn't want to see us coming. Dude, they beat you like really handily in the finals. They didn't beat you by a little. They beat you pretty handily.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that they couldn't have grown as a team and maybe done something. But the owner was like, no, we're going to separate this out because we don't pay Harden. And then we don't want to pay Durant.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing, he got rid of Harden, which, listen, Harden has his fucking giant issues in the postseason. In the regular season, he's a fucking phenomenal beast, and he never misses games. He's in his Manny's he's like his 14th or 15th year.
He's a great fantasy football player. Wonderful.
Yeah, agreed. Exactly, that's what he is. He's a great fantasy football player. But if they would have stuck together, but on that team, he was a sixth man. He wasn't like a starter, and he was great as a sixth man. So I don't know. I don't think Miami would have been afraid of. They were afraid of the Spurs. The Spurs is the team they were afraid of, and they should have been because the Spurs were fucking great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to, a little blast from the past, but someone who's also what's the word I was gonna use and I forgot because I'm high. Well, whatever. Look, this guy now, it's been a lot of speculation, but now this guy officially, believe,
He
requested the trade.
requested it. Okay, that's
So,
news. I didn't
No,
know
he
that.
didn't.
Or maybe not, but okay, maybe he didn't formally, but the winds here, I don't know what y'all are reading, but the winds
Mhm,
here in Wisconsin are not good for him staying there.
mhm.
There are a
Well,
lot
they
of
shouldn't
there's a
be.
lot of the talk is steamrolled. Actually, I don't know if he's officially requested it, but it sounds like he's gone, y'all. It does. So and they're talking about the deadline too now, Manny. I don't
Mhm,
know. I don't know what you're hearing or whatever, but I don't know.
mhm.
It doesn't sound good here. So
So,
that is going to be groundbreaking because that could shift any team into
mhm,
a fucking very good area, right, Manny?
mhm.
Mm,
Oh, absolutely. So, the one thing that's always going to work, right? The one thing that teams usually have when they're trying to negotiate with somebody like this, or they're at the tail end or something, is they go for the family part of it, right? You're
mhm.
established in the city, moving your kids. Well, his family does not live in Milwaukee anymore. They've moved out of Milwaukee. I believe they live in Greece already. So there's no, you can't, there's no, nothing other than the game itself, right? The team that he's on means anything to him at this point. And he said he wanted at some point to end his career in Greece. So
Mhm.
if it is an NBA championship he's trying to get before he does that, it's not going to be in Milwaukee, right? The whole Lillard thing was a fiasco. Um, they should have, and this happened in Brooklyn. This happens everybody wants to. They think just because you get a name that means it's going to work out, or you can get this three-headed monster. It's going to work out. Where they should have kept Drew Holiday. They should have kept the team at its core as it was. And now they're just kind of sitting in limbo. They haven't been able to make up for the whole Lillard thing. I don't know what they're throwing out there this year. The only good thing for them is it's the East, which is weak as hell
Mhm.
overall, especially with all the injuries right now. So I don't. Yeah, I think you're right. I think if they go on this free fall in this first half of the season where they're muttering between 500 and they're not even they're not even looking like any semblance of a team that can make a run. I don't know if it's him that demands the trade. I don't know if that's in his DNA to do that or not,
Right.
but
Mhm.
it might,
He's been
something might
saying
leak.
different things. He's been his language has shifted
Absolutely.
slowly and effortlessly and
Absolutely.
subtly, and he's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, go on, Doug.
Well, the idea they also signed in Milwaukee. They signed Thanasis and his other brother, and I can't remember his
Yeah,
other
they
brother's name.
yeah,
So
all three of his brothers.
that's a
What does
family
that mean?
element. So they're just trying to keep him there. It's similar to when
Well,
somebody hires an assistant coach at somebody's dad because they want them to be there. Like it. Listen, I think actually the way they shifted out of things like Connaughton and Chris Middleton, who is always injured, I think
Mm-hmm.
they got some pieces. I think they have some pieces that could be okay, but they are middle ground in the East at best.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to win a title with them? No. How the fuck is he going to be like? He's Giannis. He can win a series by himself, but the idea that he can do that 4 rounds in a row. There is a stat that I saw that he has won in the playoffs in series. He is 8-8 in playoff series. 8-8.
Mm-hmm.
That is low. Like that's really low. Jason Tatum for the fucking Celtics is like way higher, and it has
Mm-hmm.
less years on him. Like, yeah. So that whole thing with Tatum, him saying, "Hey, I'm going to come back." You're an idiot. Fucking, you had an Achilles injury. I don't care how healthy you are. Stay out for a year. Get yourself fully healthy. Make sure you're good. I think Achilles injuries in general, you should not even chance coming back. Saw Durant do that, and well, you saw it with like this really bad injury, and then he came back, and then he fucking ruptured his Achilles. I'm like, you should. That is a 2-year injury. You can maybe come back after a year and maybe be okay. I just think the Celtics this year, like, sorry, I'm jumping to a different thing. The Celtics going to shoot 63s a game. That's what they're going to do, and their coach is a maniac too.
Mm-hmm.
But I just they should not allow Jason Tatum to come back. And I'm not saying that because I don't want to, because I hate the Celtics. I want to see good basketball, and Tatum's a really good basketball player, and I want to see him play. I want to see him play for a long fucking time. You come back early, you're gonna just hurt yourself again. That's how I see that. So I look at the East, and Milwaukee's like kind of in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is, like, who the fuck can afford to get Giannis? Who? Houston, OKC, but what the fuck? Like, if you take all that shit out of either of those teams, that's just not good. That's going to wreck them, I think.
Yeah, again, like I said, it depends on the team. You got to match the money to an extent. I would not be surprised, because I was surprised that San Antonio signed De'Aaron Fox once they drafted Harper. I was surprised that they maxed him out like that.
And they have Castle too.
They have Castle. So I think San Antonio is a sleeper there. They have the pieces and the money that they can move to match it. And if you put him with Wemby, Jesus Christ, bro.
Two fucking super long, over 7 feet tall dudes, 7 feet.
And right now, Wemby, he's been working out with Hakeem. And the couple games that I've seen some of what he does, I'm like, bro, if he can stay healthy, there's no stopping that kid.
He was healthy last year, and they shelved him.
Yeah, for sure. But I always worry about anybody that's anybody that's that tall, yeah, and then you're doing something where it's back and forth, so much herky jerk. You always worry about their body holding up.
It's mileage. So limit his mileage, and then you'll get more longevity out of him. Ultimately, I think would be the plan.
And Monty just said it too. I think somebody even mentioned he might be taller. Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but goddamn.
Yeah, supposedly he's 7'6" now, and they keep downplaying it.
But again, like, that's the other thing I go into, like the Yaos of the world and everything. No human being is meant to naturally be that big. Your bones aren't naturally meant to be that big. So there's usually always going to be some kind of issue internally with you somewhere. So how long before we get to that point? So that's always the worry too, right? The George Mirasan's of the world and the Yaos of the world.
Manute Bowles, John Bradley
can't stay healthy. So like you said, you got to manage those minutes. But if he could stay healthy, man, I don't know. The sky's the limit for that kid, because he's already so well rounded as it is.
I want to make fun of it. I want to make fun of him for that, because Joel Embiid has played like 500 games in 11 years.
Yeah.
11 years.
He started his career. Years. He was out for his first year, and yet that 2 years ago, then this is the part I do hate about people bagging on him. He dragged his foot through that one playoff and tried to win that damn thing. But he had no bit, like what you were saying about Jason Tatum, he had no business being on the court doing that. As an organization, you fucking stopped that. And they let him play 1 foot, and damn near got them to that next round by himself.
Yep.
And nobody was helping his ass. And I always say, like, you could tell he loves the game. He definitely loves the game. He might be a troll. He might be a lot of things to a lot of people. But when I saw that, I'm like, that's a warrior that does something like that. He didn't have to do that. And so, like, I feel for the guy, but I doubt he has much left in that current body. And but he's paying, that's for sure. For whatever reason, they're paying his ass. So
they paid the shit out of him.
They paid the shit out of him. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Good.
Yeah, keep cashing them checks, as Jello Rose says.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's dumb.
This year is no different. Every NBA season comes with new young rookies that people are excited about. This year, rookie is
Cooper Flag,
and
the Great White Hope.
He's the white version of LeBron James. Kendrick Perkins said. So hold on a sec. Let me finish. So ignore the pundit that said that, please. Let's focus on the analogy. Is we already heard Doug's opinion. Manny, is the analogy correct? And if not, is there a person that you think Cooper that we should look to that Cooper may end up kind of looking like? And if not, then what do you think Cooper's gonna? How do you think he looks? How do you think he projects 10 years out as a pro?
And see, that's the thing. Well, one, no, I don't think he's LeBron James. Nobody is LeBron James coming in the way he came in, the way he dominated. He didn't even play college ball. So,
okay, but hold on. Maybe Kendrick's talking about the style of play, meaning, LeBron has his own style. Am I wrong?
I just don't. I hate when they put labels on these kids coming in. Like, let the kid grow into what he is. Like, nobody. Like, there's plenty of players that came into the league. Harold Miner was the next Michael Jordan. Fucking like.
Do you see similarities though? Like LeBron plays away, and y'all know what I'm talking about. So, y'all being bricks, if y'all don't understand that, LeBron has a certain way that he plays. Now, caliber, fuck no. No one's ever going to touch LeBron James. He's LeBron James. It just doesn't work that way. So,
Right.
yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I see Cooper flag in. I don't know if I see that. That's what grabbed me about this. What do you say, Maddie? I'm sorry.
No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I can understand some of the similarities and some of what they do. I've seen Cooper struggle too, though, at times, like at Duke and like at certain things. And I do think he has a phenomenally high ceiling. I also think where he's at, I think him being with Kyrie is a great thing. As much as he's a cuckoo to a lot of people, I think Kyrie is a great ball player. He's a very intelligent ball player. I think that's somebody he can absorb a lot from knowledge-wise. Same with Jason. I think Jason Kidd's a great, he might not be school tech. He's dumb as rocks in general, but his basketball knowledge is phenomenal. He really is. I could tell you stories about what I know about that dude. But
and if there's any real comparison to be made, Manny, we absolutely have to say that it's LeBron when LeBron was 23 or whatever, as opposed to LeBron now.
No, 18. Go to 18.
I don't know. Well, I don't know how old Cooper is. That's why I'm saying I don't know. So, like, I'm saying Cooper is this age, so LeBron should be the same age for us to make the same comparison. Is this all I'm saying? I don't know when they came in.
Were they both like at the same?
Right. So, like, does he look? Does he appear to be the LeBron from 23 or again? I don't know how old Cooper is, so that's why I'm like
18.
Oh, okay. So Cooper's 18. So
Yes.
it's LeBron 18 then, I guess. And does he look? You know what I mean? That's I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw that and I laughed, and I don't like Kendrick Perkins anyway. So then I thought it was just goofy. But I didn't want to address him. I just wanted to say, hey, I thought that analogy was interesting and a good thing to kind of jump off on as far as talking about Cooper, but maybe not.
Yeah, I don't. Go ahead, Doug. What do you think?
I'm going to say this: Cooper is additive. He's a maniac in the gym. He wants to just get better. Great. He is not as gifted a scorer as LeBron was.
Mm-mm.
But what he is I'm going to make this team better. However I have to do that, he doesn't give a fuck if he scores points. Like, he really doesn't. He knows that sometimes he has to score points because he's the best option. And you saw that at Duke. But he is very okay with, I'm going to distribute the ball. That's a right pass. I'm going to make the right pass. I'm going to do lots of... He's 18 fucking years old. 18. And he is doing shit that, like, guys who are in their mid-20s are not getting.
He's fundamentally sound.
Fundamentally sound. Really, now, he's 18. He's going to make mistakes. What I really like about him is he's just like, all right, I fucked that up, but guess what? I'm not going to fuck that up again. That is the kind of, like, he doesn't have, I feel like he's not on the level of Jordan and Kobe, where those guys were so maniacal that fucking people hated them on his own team. I feel like he is like, I'm going to be additive and if I can't make shots, I want to make sure I can get it to people who can and in the right spots. And he just sees lanes for passing. And like, I'm going to do whatever I can. If I have to, listen, I can't, maybe I'm not making shots that night. I'm going to go rebound. Like, he is a guy that just figures out, how can I make this team better in whatever capacity I can? And like I said, there's some guys who are wired that way. There's some guys, it doesn't mean he's not wired to win. There's guys who are wired to win where I have to do all the work and I have to score, and like Jordan, Kobe, those guys. The reason I always say things like, I think LeBron's the best complete player I've ever seen. Jordan probably the best player, but like from the perspective of just maniacal skill, I'm just gonna fucking go at you. There's nobody I've ever seen who can do what LeBron does. Not even Jordan, and it doesn't mean Jordan was not as good as LeBron. He's probably the best player that the NBA has ever seen. I think from a totality perspective, Cooper Flagg's not there yet, not by a mile. And LeBron came in. I can score. But the other thing, I think LeBron also, when he came into the league, he was just this fucking thoroughbred. He was not a giant muscular guy like he is now. And now I'm going to bully people and get what I need to get. And so it's just different. It's just different. But I think Cooper Flagg could be, I think he could be, he's never going to be as good as, and I'm going to use a white guy comparison to Larry Bird. I think he could be in that realm of Larry Bird, but not quite as good of a scorer. Bird was just a knockout dead scorer. Flagg's never going to be that to me. But I think all the other shit that Bird did, I think Cooper Flagg could be. Does that make sense?
I get it. He's very raw on the offensive end of the creation for himself. The jump shot has work to be done. But it's there. The skills are there. They just need to be honed. And those are things like sometimes you just don't know if that's ever going to be what you want it to be. Like, he can improve on it, right? Like it took LeBron a long time to be like, all of a sudden now he's this 3-point shooter and all that. But like, that took him years upon years upon years to even get to that point. And I think that was more because of compensation, because he was slowing down in other aspects of his game. I think you're spot on with that. I think he's never going to be that raw scorer like you said, like Bird was, or like a lot of the great scorers of the league. But he can get almost there. He's just never going to be there. But like you say, he's such a hard worker, man. Like, I wouldn't put it past him if that did happen. Like, it was like, all right, man, shit. Like, because he seems to be like, he says all the right things, does all the right things. He seems to be well loved wherever he's been. Like I said, he's got some great veterans, right? He's got Kyrie, he's got Clay's there. Like, he's got guys that have been in the league for a while that were great players, that were fucking great, and some of them still. Kyrie still is, but so he's got a lot of people. I think he's got a good foundation for him to grow and become a really, really, really good. I just don't know who to compare him to. Like, I don't know. Like,
again, he's different. He just not. There's not a guy you could go, well, this is going to sound weird. He's not the passer, but like, I feel like the tools he has, where he's like a fucking Swiss Army knife person, is almost a bit like Magic. And then like Magic had a lot of tools that he could use, where he has a lot of tools. Like, Magic was never a great scorer, but he could, but he's like, what can I do to facilitate to make our team better?
Right.
And that part is what Cooper Flagg has in spades to me.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Moving along here. Still in the NBA. Just a question. So Don Staley was asked if we were going to get a woman coach in our lifetime in the NBA. I saw Manny roll his eyes. Is he rolling his eyes at Don Staley, or is he rolling his eyes at the fact that we're never going to have a woman coach in the NBA in our lifetime? We're both.
I roll my eyes at her because I think so. Like I love Dawn, but sometimes I think she just says shit just to fucking be in the news. Sometimes, like I don't know.
Angel Reese is good at that
I
too.
never like
Angel Reese is great at that too. Go on.
Yeah. And she's a phenomenal coach. Obviously, phenomenal. Supposedly she interviewed. She was supposed to interview for the New York job and all that good stuff. I think we'll see it. I do think we'll see it in our lifetime. I don't know when, but I think we're a lot closer than people think we are.
Okay.
But I also think it has to be like it's got to be the right place at the right time type thing. It just can't. It's not just going to be like, hey, the Utah Jazz have an opening, and like, no, I don't think they're I don't think somebody like Dawn or Becky, they're not going to be somebody's like. You know how sometimes you see a coach get hired like that, he's gonna be gone in 2 years. Kind of like Doug, I hate to say it's like almost like Doug Christie right now. Like, well, I don't know. Like, I love you, Doug.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
I don't know.
I love you too, Manny. I love you too.
There you go.
Would the situation be like you would have to be like assistant coach of that team and then rise up? Is that the kind of thing that you see, or
no? I do think it's gonna be actually like something where like Becky leaves LV and goes to a job in the NBA, and I think she was pretty close in San Antonio, actually.
She was very close.
Yeah, I just think it wasn't to them or her the right time for it. And hey, she was right. Look at what she's doing in Las Vegas. Like she's got fucking.
They just won a title.
Yeah, fourth championship. So, like, I can't. And God, and what she did this year was phenomenal. I'm not trying to go off the rails real quick, but that team was dead in the water at one point.
Yeah.
And I said this on my show. I said, if you had bet money when they were when they had just lost by like 63 points, 53, whatever it was that game, they had just lost by like 53 points. If you had put a bet in for Las Vegas to win the championship, you probably would have fucking been able to retire. And then they go on an 18-game winning streak to end the season after that 53-point loss, and then get into the playoffs and fucking win the championship. Like that, as much as that's AJ and the players gelling and all that, that's a fucking coach. Like, how many coaches don't lose their team at that point, or don't have the answer? Like, you just lost by 53 points. You're below 500, like, and all of a sudden, here they come. Yep. And like, that's a phenomenal coaching job. Like, at the end of the day. So, like, I just, again, going back to NBA, like, I just think it has to be. It's not going to be a team that necessarily was like 5-82 or 5 or whatever it is. I know it's an 82-game season, but like, I think it's got to be, like it's got to be that.
Some teams feel that bad for sure, right?
Yeah, both of my teams feel that bad right now. Fucking be a fan of the Bulls and the Kings right now. What the fuck are both of you doing? I don't get.
Hey, by the way, the Kings are what the Bulls were a few years ago. There's you have Bulls 2.0
basically. And then you went and got a guard after you had already 5 guards on your team. But yeah, sure, let's get another guard. Why not?
Why not? Let's have more than the
big. This city is right now so on edge. Like, nobody wants to go to the game. And Sacramento King fans are some of the greatest fans, I have to tell you, from being a transplant and watching how hard they root for their team no matter what. To go through 16 years of playoff utility and still be with your team and be like, go to all these games, like, that's saying something. But
yeah,
it's such a failure right now. But yeah, sorry about going back to the question. I think it'll happen, but I just don't know when.
What's up, Doug?
I'm with Manny. I think it just has to be the right scenario. I think Becky Hammon specifically would be the kind of coach that'd be very good in the NBA. She coached in the NBA as an assistant coach under Pop. I'm a little surprised that San Antonio didn't go that route. I really am, because Pop is such a proponent of marginalized communities and trying to talk about equality. The one that I could really see is if Kerr decides I'm going to step aside. I could see Kerr. I could see Golden State being like, all right, bring in Becky Hammon or Dawn Staley or whatever. I could totally see that being a scenario where if Steve Kerr's like, listen, I'm done. I've done whatever. Pulling a Jay Wright and being like, I'm at the top of my game. I'm done. And I could see that working, but I think Manny's right. You don't throw a woman coach into a scenario where fucking shit is chaos. You don't have things established. I don't think that works.
Yeah.
But I could totally see, like I said, it's Dawn and Becky are the ones that I could see totally being the ones that, specifically Becky, because she's been in the NBA before. I could totally see that working somewhere. I really could see that working. We've seen people hired from other European leagues, and like being like, hey, let's just coach in the European league for 15 years.
Yeah.
Great. Give us someone who has proven themselves in other realms. So, like Becky Hammond, I think she deserves a shot. Will she get it? I don't know, but I hope so. I really do. I hope so.
Yeah, me too. Like I said, it's got to be not only the right situation, because you never want that first ever to be a disaster, right? So it's got to be the right personality, the right woman, and the right situation. So, like I said, it's all got to be at the right place at the right time type thing. And
Yep.
I agree. Those two will probably be the first two. I tell you, there's a lot of good women coaches right now on staffs. She coaches LV now. She coaches the Valkyries in the Bay.
Yeah. I can't remember her
was
name
on the
either.
staff I think she was on the King staff for a while. And then Lindsay, there's another one, Lindsay. I think she's in New York. So, I mean, there's a lot of women that are actually on staffs now. They're getting their chance to at least be on the staff. So there's a good crop of young coaches in the NBA right now learning the NBA ropes. So it's exciting to see even that. But like I said, just reiterating again, it's got to be the perfect situation.
For sure.
All right, y'all. Well, the NBA or the WNBA appears to be really high in popularity. This is the most watched WNBA postseason ever on ESPN, y'all. Thoughts on this, Doug?
I'd also like to say that Aja Wilson worked a lot with Bam Adebayo, and those never been a thing that they are together or anything like that. But I feel like
they actually came out. They came out.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's great because Aja Wilson is the best player in the WNBA. Bam Adebayo is an all-star center who had one of the 3 greatest blocks I've ever seen in an NBA game, where he blocked Tatum dunking that. That Tatum was coming in like a fucking freight train, and I literally have no idea how Bam Adebayo blocked him with his left hand to stop a dunk.
That was a great block.
One of the greatest blocks. Is like chase down blocks are always touted, but like that was one of the greatest playoff blocks I've ever seen. But I just love the idea that like Aja's just there. I don't know if you saw this, Manny, but like when she hit that game winner in the one game, and they said she's the first person to hit a game winner over a married couple, and the 2 people, the 2 people that were guarding her were married.
Oh, that's crazy.
I just thought that was one of the funniest fucking lines I've ever seen.
That's hilarious.
So, but Aja's fucking amazing. Just a great player. And, So
okay. But now to the graphic. What do you think about it being? Is the NBA surging? WNBA surging? Is this a trend that's going to is this happening, or is it just a blur because everybody liked the whole Kansas City or Las Vegas thing, or what's going on?
No, I think this is here to stay, because here's the thing. That was a series where Caitlin Clark was not involved at all. Our friend Brianna, who hates fucking Caitlin Clark with all the fire of 1,000 suns.
Really?
Like, this was not a series where Caitlin Clark was involved.
Mm-hmm.
And they still had 1.2 million viewers.
She wasn't even involved in the playoffs. What is it called?
Yeah, because she was injured in Indiana.
She wasn't really involved this year, actually.
No, because she was injured. But what I'm saying is, like, the idea Caitlin Clark has always dangled as this. She's the reason that. This isn't it. You know what it is? They were like, all right, great. We're just gonna let it roll, and it had a lot of viewers because it's good basketball. It's good basketball to watch.
While we're here, quick before we get to Manny, Caitlin Clark is part of the environment, in my opinion, that led to this, if that makes sense. But she wasn't directly involved at all. And you could easily, I fully agree with what you said. Like, it's not about her, and it's not about her and that global thing. Now, again, I think that she's helping, get a small group of people really energized for the sport, and good for that. But yeah, that certainly, in my opinion, was not remotely about her. But again, she's part of that whole, Angel Reese is part of this whole, Paige Buchers. I can't even say her last name. It's horrible. This new wave of young, wonderful women, talent, bringing in all kinds of people, whether it's, because Paige is really, woke and out there screaming and hollering. So woke people like her, the weird white people like Caitlin. Like there's a whole black people love Angel. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at, man. There's a lot of good forces here coming to make that 1.2, in my opinion, Manny. Or maybe I'm wrong. Or what's going on, Manny? What's your analysis on the 1.2? And
so I agree with you. It's on the rise, right? The couple things that are going on right now one, they're about to have a lockout. And part of that is they have an inept commissioner that has no business being the commissioner of the WNBA. And so the one thing that has been consistently a trend in the WNBA for the bad part is their refs are horrific. Those refs are so fucking bad, it's not even funny. And so
worse than the NBA?
Oh, way worse than the NBA.
Yes.
I mean, blatant. Here's the girl shooting the free throw shot. Here's the ref right here, and just like destroys the girl on a foul, and the refs just standing there looking at her like, okay, like they're so wildly inconsistent, and they're so bad, like way worse than the NBA. And right now, after the last series before the finals, Nafisa comes out and just has a scathing press conference about the commissioner. And so right now there is a battle brewing between the commissioner and the players. And I don't think they're going to budge until they get a commissioner. And so I think they have like 30 days after the last finals game to come up with the bargaining, for the union. Yeah, bargaining agreement. But the problem is, if they get a new commissioner, by the time you get a new you fire a commissioner, you get a new commissioner, all the interviews, all that, it's going to be past the 30. So they're definitely headed for a lockout. There's no denying that. The question now is, how long is the lockout? And, you're kind of on the upswing. You got all these fans want to watch. How long before fans start turning, because everybody hates talking about money? But these ladies are vastly underpaid. Comparative. Now, I'm not even talking about comparing to NBA because it's a whole different realm, but just in general aspects of the game, they're vastly underpaid. You have top 5 draft picks that don't even make the teams and get cut before like a season even starts because there's not enough teams in the NBA. So there's all these things that's still growing, right? Like it's still in its infancies. The NBA, look at how it almost, remember how it was before Jordan got like, the finals weren't even on TV. And they
in the 70s they weren't on TV at all.
And that was like in their 30th year. Like we're talking about like it's not like it was in their 5th or 6th year when that was happening. It was during the late 70s or before Bird and
tape delay. Tape delay stuff. Yeah.
So, but they had been around for a while. So we're talking about the WNBA is not even there at that point yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's still growing. It's still becoming whatever it's going to be. But they got to lock down this agreement. They've got to, whatever it is. But I don't think that this commissioner is the commissioner to lead them going forward. I said it at the beginning of last year. She wasn't ready for that last year. I was willing to give this year. She still hasn't learned her lesson. And if half of what Nafisa said, she really said, that she really has to go. And so they just got to somehow get to somewhere where some of these players are making more money in endorsements than they are, right?
Yeah.
And
Angel.
Angel, we heard about that. And then now Nafisa and her husband have a new league coming out called Unrivaled, which is offering more money than the WNBA for a lot of these players. So although it comes at a different time. And then you've got like, who has a WNBA finals game on a Sunday during the NFL season? Like you're never gonna. So a lot of things have to change for it to continue on this uptrend. Hopefully it gets there. But yes, I do think that if they can get all this locked down and if, they can keep, it is, the sky's the limit up for them too. And I love watching the WNBA. I enjoy that brand of basketball. It's more fundamentally sound. Obviously, you're not going to get windmill dunks and all that.
Yep.
But I love the game of basketball for what it is. So I don't necessarily, I can get that from the NBA and college and all that. I like what they're doing. It's exciting players. Juju's going to come out at some point soon. And that's,
man, I really hope she's okay after that injury, because that really bummed me out, because that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite female players I've ever seen.
Yeah, she's got unlimited potential. So again, like it's exciting. It's an exciting time for them, but they really need to get through this bargaining agreement and come on the right side of it. And then from there, I think as long as not too much happens after that, I do think that this is a continued trend. I do think, but like I said, they got to tweak a bunch of that stuff. You can't have 1.2 million is amazing too, because I don't remember. I think that was that just for that game, that last final game, or was that just it was okay. And I don't think that was on a Sunday. I think that was during the weekday, if I remember right. But
playoffs plus finals.
Oh, the playoffs. Okay. So I think it's going to stay there and trend upwards, but they just got a bunch of stuff they need to tweak.
And that's why I noted that Caitlin wasn't even in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So like, it's not even like,
Yeah, imagine if she was in there.
Right. I was going to say, yeah, absolutely. Man, you told me, I was like, wait, when she's in there, we're going to get a boost. And, Angel's team was total ass this year too. And Angel's another big, whether, you like her or not, she's a big draw. So, she'll put butts in seats. And Doug, do you have anything else? Because to talk about, to wrap up the whole WNBA thing. I know Manny brought up the commissioner, and I know you have words about her.
She's an idiot, and I hope they replace her. That's.
I know you.
Well, the thing is, she's a doofus, and then there's things like Kelly Loeffler, who is like an part owner of the Atlanta team, and hopefully she got
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there's some real bad actors in that whole crowd, and the idea is like the WNBA is super duper from a player perspective, very progressive, and they have people who control the money who are not, and that's the problem.
Yeah. So there's a lot of work for them to be done, right? But they're still babies. They're still learning this whole new fame, if you will, of how how they're skyrocketed. So it's going to take years. This isn't a 6-month thing or a year thing. It's more about where they're going to be in 10 years, and once they're under because right now they're still under the NBA, right? The NBA is still kind of dishing out money to help them out, but I believe that last agreement they signed with them, it ends in about, which is still, I think it's like 20 more years or something like that, and then they're on their own. And so that's when it really becomes, where are they at that point, and can they hold themselves up? How many more teams? Because again, they're bringing in more teams as we speak next year. There's probably going to be more after that. So it's it's an exciting time for them regardless, though.
Also, I would like to say that the Golden State Valkyries are the best name in the WNBA. The Valkyries, that is a great fucking name.
And they gave it to the right franchise, because the only thing I hate about them, and we joke about this here in SAC, is they stole a lot of the Monarchs' look and colors, and that was basically a go fuck you to Sacramento. And I was like, okay, motherfuckers, okay, but it appears that the league has no interest in returning the Monarchs to Sacramento, unfortunately. But I will say, like, if you look at the attendance of all those Valkyrie games, like Joe Lacob has done an incredible. I'm mad I didn't go to a game this year, but I'm definitely going to go next year, because I've seen the crowds. They sell out all their games. Yep. They look like a Golden State Warriors crowd, where it's fucking crazy. Yep. So they've done everything right, and they had a hell of a team this year. for a new team. So like they're on the rise. So that's great to see.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, their coach was also Asian American, which is like that's unusual and great that they were like, let's just hire somebody that can do this.
That's a big part of that area. Like
sure.
Whole, so that was smart, and it's a big thing. So
so good on them. Like listen, they're trying to kind of garner some interest. They're doing a great job. Like I said, I just really there's two franchises that I think from a women's perspective to have great nicknames. One of them is the Valkyries and the other is the Seattle Kraken. And I think that just the Kraken is just a great fucking name.
That's a great name. Yeah.
So, but I'm sorry the Monarchs aren't there, but I really just think that if you can get up to a Valkyries game, there is a thing where my wife travels to California in the Bay Area for what she does for work. And if I can go to a Valkyries game, you and I are going to go.
We're there. I'm there. If you come out this way, I'll go.
I'll hammer you and be like, let's fucking go, dude. And I think we'll just have a good fucking time.
Yeah. I'm looking for I'm mad that I didn't go this year. I was a little spiteful of them. I'm not even going to lie. Just for the sake of Sacramento. But
right.
Like I said, the crowds look phenomenal, and they've obviously done a phenomenal job of catering to the community, and they have an incredible owner. Obviously, as much as I can't stand Golden State at times, I can't knock what he's done over there, like with Seth and all that. So, kudos to them, man. Kudos to them.
Manny, how are you time-wise, buddy?
I got a little bit of time.
All right. Well, cool. We can come back, but I know there's other stuff that y'all want to talk about, like this.
It's like stripping music, man.
That song is stripper music. You
put that on Spice TV, like, let's go.
Spice.
We didn't come here to talk. We didn't come here to talk about that shit. Weird.
That was my favorite part of working 3 to midnight at a cable company in customer service. Was as soon as 9 o'clock hit, that's when everyone would call in to get their 3-4 blocks of Spice Channel that or Luke's Peep Show. And so, did I ever tell you guys about this?
No, you're gonna now.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the story now. Phenomenal.
I'm clapping before I even hear it. I'm clapping before I even hear it.
Looking at the time, and I don't know if my voice was deeper, but I for some reason, whenever I talk on the phone, people think I have this deep voice, whatever. So I was working this shift for a while, and after a while, I guess women would call in, and they would ask for me specifically, so they could order Spice through me and want to do things while I was on the phone. And sometimes it wouldn't be just them. I had one time where a girl called in, and then her other friend got on the other phone in the other part of the house, and then they wanted me to talk to them while they were doing things. And it's like, I'm trying to work, man. Like, as much as I would love to partake in all these enjoyments. So at one point I had to go to my boss. Like, I went to my boss's office. I came in one day. I said, Cecilia, I need these to stop. Like, my stats are getting killed after 9 p.m. because I can't get off this. And I have to be nice. Like, I can't just be like, I got to get off the fucking phone, motherfuckers. Like, I'm being nice. So I'm catering, but that's not helping. She's like, she thought I was bullshitting. Like, oh, you think you're all that. You don't think all that. Like, go ahead and listen to my calls tonight and come talk to me. So she did. And she came back the next day. She was like, I apologize. I sincerely apologize. She's like, that is insane. That what the, like, it'd be like women, like, oh, it's like just women calling in. And they call somebody else, and yes, sexy Manny.
No. No. They didn't even see you though. It was sexy voice, Manny. Remember?
Yeah, sexy voice. Yeah, exactly.
Right. They didn't even see you. It didn't even matter. You could have been Jabba the Hutt. It wouldn't have fucking mattered.
More about the Latin fact. There you go, Daniel. There you go. It was quite a time, man. It was quite a time to try to. I hated that. I didn't even hate it. Like I obviously the ego felt good to an extent, but it's like, bro, you're killing my stats, man. I'm not gonna get my bonus. Like,
You have a voice made for radio.
Maybe you didn't get your bonus, but maybe you got something other with a
I
bone.
wish, man. I wish.
Boner.
Side compensation. So anyway, we're gonna get to. I was gonna say, yeah.
What a
you look
segue! What a
could've looked
segue!
like-
That was great.
Yeah,
Isn't that the best part, man? He could have looked like Jabba the Hutt and it wouldn't have mattered.
it wouldn't matter. Yeah.
So, this movie, Doug saw last week, and I saw.
I think
it
we
2
all
weeks
saw
before.
this.
Yeah, we
And
all saw it.
I saw it 2 weeks ago. Let me finish, damn it. And and I think Manny saw it recently, but Doug saw it this week. And I'm gonna say spoiler alert. You're probably gonna hear some spoilers. So,
Yep.
But it's still in the movies, y'all. I saw it there. It'll be there. I saw it there. And I was looking at the other movie I'm gonna go see on Tuesday. But anyway, Doug, you wanted to talk about this, so yeah, mute. Actually, Daniel, we'll give you a thumbs up when we're done talking shit about it.
Yep.
So mute it, and then we'll all give them thumbs up. Is that cool, y'all? So
Yep.
Doug, I guess we've spoiler freed the whole thing. I've already talked about it, so you can go.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say, good movie. I was not overly floored, except for one element, and the element is Sean Penn.
Yeah.
His character in this movie is fucking nuts. And there's one other element actually that I will say just floored me, and it was much more muted, and it was Benicio del Toro. His fucking humor and the way he just did shit, it was so fucking funny.
It was hilarious.
Tiana Taylor, she's superb in this, even though she's not in it very long. I'm not going to say much more other than the idea is like, good movie. It's 3 fucking hours long.
It's 2:41. It's
2:40. Greg, please stop doing that. It's 3 hours. When you have previews and you have all that shit, it's 3 hours. Sorry, I just think that at 3 hours of previews, like when you watch previews, unfortunately, are you guys preview watchers? Because I am. I want to see what the fuck they have for me. So for me, that was 3 hours, and somehow I managed to not pee the entire time and be completely engrossed. It is tension on tension on tension on tension. So yeah, that's my summation without any spoilers.
I love the movie. Like I said, it is slightly long. All the characters are phenomenally done. Fucking Sean Penn, god damn it, he's fucking nuts. He is, and just even like you just can't like. It's great, even a character like that where you loathe this dude. You loathe this dude throughout, but he phenomenally played that to that, right?
No.
I will say, like, I watched it with my girl, and she, in the chase at the end, it's a little bit too long. Like, it didn't have to go on. You could have cut 5 minutes off of that chase, and you would have been fine. Like, it went on just a little bit too long, and the way that the screen shakes, those cameras shaked a lot, and I was really like, my girl, like, she has a problem with like we can't go. Like, so we went to Universal. She can't do the virtual rides.
Yeah.
Like, she can do regular roller coasters, but she can't do the virtual ones because they shake so much. And she was like, one point looked at me during that last scene and was like, I don't feel good. Like, because it just went on too long with the shaking. But other than that, like, I don't know if I'm gonna say it's award winning, but if it came on TV, like, I definitely sit down and watch it. Like, it was a fucking great movie. Like, it was really well done. Like you said, Del Toro, he's fucking hilarious in every scene. Like, and it's not even him like doing punchlines. It's just him being hit, like the character. Like, it's just the way he delivers, and it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, I'll leave that. I'll leave it to that. I'm in this era where I just chill. I just go to a movie. A lot of times I'll try to be out before Manny and just like I just want to be told a story. And the thing that I hated the most about this story, I didn't really hate it, but the thing I disliked the most, Manny, was actually the story.
Really?
Well, so you know this whole thing, brothers and booze to the speakeasy and everything. Just keeping it frank, man. Okay, so put your thumbs up, Manny, because we're done talking. Y'all can come back. Y'all can come back. Come back. It's safe, JHG. It's safe. It's safe. It's safe. Um, the thing or actually we're gonna talk about, but the thing I disliked about the movie, sorry y'all, is just the theme of it, Manny. I wasn't prepared for that. I go to the movies to escape that. If that makes sense, and
Yeah.
that's literally, you know what I mean, is literally what is going on in today's world. You know what I mean? Like it was perfect.
It's intense.
But it's a perfect like adaptation of this could literally be happening right now as we speak, actually, without
Absolutely.
even any thought. And that's how realistic it was, and it was too realistic for me, Manny. That's my I think
get
it's
it.
I said it was a fucking masterpiece, and I said it was the best movie I've seen in 2025, and it probably will be the best movie I've seen in 2025. Respected all the movies I did see, and I saw a lot. But one of the things, Manny, that after fucking the Goomba got Goomba'd again, I was like, I just want to have joy in my life, and I'm just going to like do things that used to bring me joy, especially when I was young, and going to movies was one of those things. So
Mm-hmm.
now I'm back to the movies. I'm almost in the movies almost every Tuesday. I'm going to see Roof Man on Tuesday. Looking
Nice.
for looking forward to that shit. And yeah, so like that's just so my when I go up to a movie, man, I'm usually I usually may have like a 0.5 joint on me, and I'm like hang out, walk around a little bit, get in there, and I'm just all like ready for the show. You know what I mean? So like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking at it in a critical way, if that makes sense. For the most part, I just want to be fucking entertained for preferably 3 hours, honestly.
Yeah,
So
you
I
want to
don't
get
even
away.
and I don't even mind about the 3 hours. It's on a Tuesday morning. I love the morning. Manny, my schedule still allows me to be able to get to the morning. So then I'm gonna go see hopefully Roofman at 11:05 on Tuesday, and you get out. You know what I mean? Like you get in there, you get out, you're done. You have the rest of your day to deal with whatever is going to be happening. And I just love it, man. The movies have been really something that has been excellent for me, especially this year. And I think Doug had a problem with. So I sent him a note. Somebody said that like this was a down year for movies, and I
Mm-hmm.
kind of firmly believe it was. But I still thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think honestly, I think the movie that we just talked about is going to rise to the top because of the reason why, in my opinion, it's a weak year for movies. Y'all didn't
Okay.
even like y'all didn't like the superhero comic book movies. Y'all didn't like them. Y'all didn't like, and none of them popped. Superman again was good, but it didn't pop, and it didn't pop on streaming. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I like that
Mm-hmm.
shit. I'll watch it again. But I'm just thinking the masses. It wasn't like this big
Right.
comic book
Right.
movie year. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
Avengers Endgame or
Yeah.
whatever the
Yeah.
fuck was going on. You know what I mean? And I don't even know what the hell was going on with that. I just know it was big. Y'all motherfuckers wouldn't stop talking about it.
Yeah. Right.
So anyway, we will move on so we can get to other things. This is Doug. Doug, oh yeah, Doug, you're back. Cool. Doug, smoke.
All right. So I watched this on Apple TV. I am interested. I only watched one episode. Taron Egerton from the Gentleman series. Jussie Smollett's in it, and that's the reason I watched it, because Jussie Smollett is fucking smoking hot and just goddamn. This is an interesting, basically.
Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett, not Jesse Smollett.
Jussie Smollett.
Okay.
So Taron Egerton is a guy who has been in several things, and he's a fire investigator, and Jussie Smollett is not a homicide investigator, but something similar. It's really interesting in just one episode, so I'm gonna watch more, but I haven't watched more yet, so I think that's really good.
All right.
But I have one more to talk about, and I want to get Greg's opinion on it because, yeah, baby, this stupid Love Is Blind show I have been in and out of. My wife is all in. Greg, it is down. You can watch all the episodes except the finale. You're almost there.
Is it good though? Because the last season was complete and utter garbage. You know what I'm talking about.
It is okay. It's not great. There's one couple. There's one couple that I am. There's two couples that I'm thoroughly invested in. And here's the thing. Here's the thing.
It blew up.
No, neither have.
Not yet. Sorry.
Yeah, not yet. But I will say that like Love Is Blind, it's season 9 in the United States. There hasn't been a good season where people are just fucking absolutely insane in 2 or 3 seasons.
3 or 4 years, right?
3 or 4 seasons. But there are some people like, yes, there's a guy named Edmund who I really like. He's like a nerdy black guy. And he proposed to this other woman, this other black woman, and the black woman's like, I'm not affectionate. And he's a guy who grew up in the foster care system who needs affection.
Oh fuck! What
and I'm like, why did you agree to be with that guy when you know the only thing that guy needs is affection because he grew up in the foster care system?
Right.
Like there's some really fucked up things, but like,
all right. So you're saying,
Greg, I know you. You'll wait and you'll go. All right, when this finale, great. I'll just watch all of it all at once.
Right.
As every season, it's fucking ridiculous. So just take it with a grain of salt.
Certainly. I believe
I will say there's a lot of conservative Christians on this particular season.
My God. Are you
more so than normal, which is really fucked up because they're in Colorado. They're in Colorado.
Kind of funny. I thought God
Mormons involved. Mormons.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right. Thankfully, I think we're on the Manny shit. What the fuck?
Sorry, man.
I'm good. We all love some kind of garbage TV. It's
wow, that was heavy. English teacher 99 is wild. What's up with this one, Manny?
I love this. So this is fucking. It's a comedy. It's almost like watching. I'm trying to think of what's the comparative like as far as the type of humor it is, like the outrageous shit. Like what's the other? Trying to remember the
Sunny in Philly, is it like that?
Yeah, kind of like that, or even like Community or something. Like they just fucking characters are outrageous. Like
Abbott Elementary, maybe.
Yeah, there you go, Abbott Elementary type of very much so. But what I love too is like every episode when it begins, it has some kind of music theme to it of like either the 80s or 90s, like they always go back some music from that era, which is always awesome. But everybody to a T is like the characters are great. It's just like though one of the teachers is gay, and it makes it an emphasis to do gay, like not want to say gay jokes, but like where you're like, I can't believe he just said that shit. Like that's crazy. So crazy characters. I've yet to watch an episode where I didn't get a good laugh out of it. So I highly recommend it if you're into those kind of comedies.
Yeah, if y'all were in Doug and I's DMs, you would see some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, DMV.
Literally, you'll see some crazy shit like this week. Yeah. Anyway, okay, Manny, that sounds fun, and that's FX, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Right. We always watch it off the Hulu app. So come on, man, Peacemaker. If John Cena wasn't meant for a role, this is his fucking role. Like this shit is fucking. Just if you just watch the intro alone will be like, all right, man, this is gonna be the most fucking ridiculous thing you ever see, and it is like, and it's always refreshing because with the seriousness that Batman, Joker, like they always got to make everything so intense or whatever. Like this is the exact opposite of that, right? So if you're familiar with the comic books, if you're not, you're not. But like comic book wise, when these characters came out, Vigilante, Peacemaker, it was very bloody. Like in the comic books, they were very much like the Punisher. They're the DC version of Punisher. Well, this is not that. Like to an extent, it's not. You will see a bunch of stupid shit and blood, but like this is very much comical. I was reading up too. I forgot who was the original person that Gunn went. It was Dave Bautista. They went to Bautista to do this role first, and he turned it down because he still had, I think he still had another Guardians to go, and he was working on something else, and it just wasn't going to work schedule-wise and money-wise. And I think that was a big thing too. Like what they were offering money-wise, he was making 10 times more doing the movies. So he turned it down. And so that's when it was offered to Cena. And yeah, he has definitely developed his acting chops. He's definitely developed his comedic chops. And I couldn't think of a better person to do this role. And I would never in a million years before seeing this thought I would say something like that. But it's fucking gold. I love that they stay within the DC universe too with characters and new characters. I'm still working my way through the second season. They're kind of on this multiverse thing right now. But it's being phenomenally done. I don't know whether there's a third season coming. It kind of, from what I heard, hinted that that's up in the air. But I am thoroughly enjoying this. I love Peacemaker, and I'm glad that I started watching it. Because I was at first like, fuck this. I don't need to see John Cena, some fucking comedic dope. And I'm very, like, being a comic book person, I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy them, like, what they were twisting this character to be. Glad I fucking stuck with it. And from day one, when I saw that first episode of season 1, I was like, all right, man, they got something here. And they definitely, like, it's, like I said, if you just watch the intro, it's fucking, that's enough to let you know what the fuck is going on in this insane fucking world. So it's great.
What about The Boys? Have you ever watched that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love The Boys. I think the last season's about to drop soon.
Yep.
Yeah, I think The Boys though is more like, where this is pure like outrageous comedy. I think The Boys is more, as though it can be outrageous, it is loosely on like, yo, this is probably what it fucking would really be like in our world, like the corruption, the fucking, you know, like people using their powers abusing their powers and stuff like that. So I like that. I got to get to that, Daniel. I have yet to be able to sit down and watch Gen's V, but I've heard it's good too.
So I haven't started season 2 of Peacemaker, but I echo everything that Manny says. Also, I see Peacemaker, Manny, you probably do too, and you probably just did say it, but I see Peacemaker is also a parody of superheroes.
Yes. Yeah.
For sure. You know what I mean? Especially with you know, like some of the side characters coming in, acted all like Power Ranger-ish and all that shit. It's pretty funny. Check it out. It's weird. This one's weird to me. Because I don't follow any comic book shit for the most part. I'm not in the DC universe. I don't really care about any of that, and I'm enthralled and I'm interested. Also, Manny, the rumor is that the third season of Peacemaker will be held somewhere else in another TV show and
Streaming.
that something, yeah, or something like that. So this is the end of, I think, the Peacemaker show is the 2 seasons. I think James Gunn came out and said that, and then he's going to do something. He's taking them somewhere different because they're in a multiverse now or something. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it because I don't even know what the hell's going on. So we will move on here to.
Let me say something real quick though about that, real quick, just real quick. One thing I do love about all these streaming services is one of the very few things, because I hate to take all my money, but one of the beautiful things is that if you have a show that you love that for some reason gets canceled on one streaming service, there's a good chance if it has a good enough following, another streaming service will pick it up and be able to end the story that you wanted to see an ending to, or at least get another season or 2 out of it. So I think that's one good thing that comes out of all these streaming services, as your favorite series, if it gets, remember like if it'd be ABC and you only got 1 season, that was it. You'll never see it again. well, now Hulu might pick it up, or somebody else might pick it up and continue giving it life. So I do think that's the one good thing nowadays.
All right. Yeah, on to this abomination quick.
Boo.
It's my favorite garbage show. I can't lie. It is.
Me too. Sure.
I've yet to miss a season. That's for sure.
I love how most of all the people on there are gone. No. I'm just saying. I'm being a smartass to Johnny Bananas because he's a fucking jackass. And
he is.
And CT's not a jackass, but he's not there anymore. So that's a spoiler. Sorry, y'all.
Bananas is a fucking jackass.
Bananas is a huge jackass on purpose too, but whatever. He's a.
But that's the thing, right? Like he knows what keeps him around. He knows how to do those things.
Yeah, but the most interesting person to me has turned into that guy that's next to CT. Is fucking Turbo. It's fucking dumbass.
Oh, Turbo, hilarious.
Turbo
chicken pussy. You don't call me chicken pussy.
He's so performative. Anyway, we'll move on from that nonsense. Because you have other stuff that is good here. 95 is wild. And that spread there is wild too. What's up with Task, Manny?
So I'm still getting into it. Like I'm only one episode in. I'm like Doug when it came to Smoke.
I'm in two episodes on Task.
How are you enjoying that?
It's all right. This is made by the people that made Mayor of Easttown. And I don't know if you watched that show. That show was fucking great. This show is really interesting. It's different than Mayor of Easttown. Mark Ruffalo plays this kind of fucked up character in such a really good way. Former priest who now works for the FBI. And he works there because his adopted son killed his wife. I think it's like really fucked up. So yeah. The guy in the bottom of Task, I can't remember his name. He's engaged to Kelly Cuoco from
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. So when he was like, "I'm not sure if you do this," she goes, "If you don't fucking do this, I'm gonna be mad at you." So he did it. So he's really great in it.
And you don't want Kaylee Cuoco mad at you. So there.
Yeah. So like I said,
Sure, that's true.
So far so good with this one. And what is everything released now? Y'all haven't caught up, or is it like one of those slow releases?
No, I think it's all good. They only have 8 episodes. I think the eighth episode released this week. So Greg, this is all up your alley because you could just binge watch the shit out of it.
You already know. And it's also from those people that made that show that I love so much, which is the
Mayor of Easttown was a great.
And I love Mark Ruffalo. Like anything he's in, I'm willing to check out once. Like I think that dude is phenomenal.
Yep.
And I love HBO Max, even though they went through the whole Max thing and the whole identity crisis and shit. Anyway, we're gonna move along from that. We're gonna get to knock knock, penny knock knock, penny penny. Dark Wolf on Prime TV. Manny, what's going on with this one?
So the funny thing about it is the original series, which was with Chris Pratt, was called The Terminal List.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, and then I didn't even see that. Right, I didn't see whatever. I think it was last year or the year before that came out. But I saw this pop up, and I know a couple people that had already watched it, so I started watching. I couldn't put it down. Like it's a really good. I'm trying to think. Like it's kind of like in the guise of. I'm trying to think. Have you seen this one, Doug? I'm trying to think.
Clancy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like it's soldiers. The guys get hired to do like they were in that platoon. And Chris Pratt's in the first couple episodes. He kind of like
him. Apparently, Doug says.
Huh?
Fuck him, Doug says.
Oh yeah, for sure. Fuck him, for sure. Not literally. That's not Spice Channel.
No, not literally. Fuck him. Just fuck him to the sun.
Real quick. The Dodgers are going to the World Series.
Of course they are.
Anyway. Sorry, Manny. Go back to the Dark Wolf, buddy.
Oh, you pay enough money, you can do whatever you want. But I really like this one. Like again, I have to go back and watch the first Terminal List just to see because I know some of those characters were from there. But it was easy not to have to watch that. I could watch this and not have to go back and get it from the get go. Everything that was going on.
So it's standalone. Yeah, so it's standalone.
Yeah, and it was really good action. The story is really good. You're on your edge a bunch to try to figure out what is going on. there's some things that are predictable, and that's fine too. But it kept my attention. I really like the human aspect of the stories of, basically like guys, kind of like post-war syndrome type stuff and feeling lost and not knowing what to do. And like, so I felt it to be really realistic in that aspect of, I know guys like that coming back from Iraq and feeling lost and not knowing what to do, and to continue either just being there because they don't know how to do anything else but kill people, or so that aspect of, so there's a lot of good things in these stories, and I really enjoyed the series as it was. I don't know if there's supposed to be another series after it, but if that's what it was, just one season like that, it was phenomenal to watch. So
awesome. And I think this is the last one for you, maybe not. This one looks really interesting.
yeah, I just started watching this one too. It's a Tom Clancy. It's based on Tom Clancy, but it's animation. I'm not familiar with the original story.
So the original story was a video game.
Oh, okay. So you know better than me then. Okay.
So I haven't watched this, but the original story is based on a video game, Splinter Cell, where it's basically all stealth. It's not like I'm going to shoot him up. It's like I'm going to be very creepy, but I'm going to be really sneaky, and that's how that works. So I'm interested to see how that plays out as a show.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad from what I heard, them doing it as an animation was purposely done like that, so they could get more across. And it's because, like you said, it's a video game. It probably will resonate more too with people who have played the game like that. So I'm still getting into it. Like I don't really know too much about it. Like that again, I didn't play the game, but I've heard nothing but great things about it. So I was right on. I love any of that Tom Clancy, anything espionage, anything like those. I always seem to be drawn to those. So yeah, I'm always into that.
So Manny, we got 2 questions for you, and then we can set you adrift, or we could literally sit here and talk 3 more hours. Doug, we talked about this before, but if you want to chime in after Manny, feel free. If you have changed your mind, something is different. But Manny, and I think I know where you're going to go here, but I really want to show you this. Where are you sitting, Manny, on a 10-hour flight with these people? And I know you. I know it's Belichick and his girlfriend. Don't do this.
Oh God, no! What happened to 2 naked chicks? Jesus, I just want to be a man.
So
that's a.
So you're not just taking LeBron and Shaq?
That probably. It's either that. Who's in the bottom again? The very bottom on the right side. Who is that?
Gina Auriemma and Aja Wilson. And then they have Shohei Ohtani and fucking Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
No, I think LeBron and Shaq probably just for the NBA stuff. Like Shaq cracked me up the whole flight, and LeBron. I would just love to hear LeBron tell me all the lies about all the books he's read and tell me how bad his life is. But I think anytime you can talk to Shaq, hey, that's great. Just Shaq alone, I think I'd be entertained just from the hip hop and basketball perspective. So definitely, that's probably where I would end up.
All
right, Doug, have you changed your mind, or we can?
No, I'm with you. I'm going to sit between LeBron and Shaq. I'm gonna. You could not pay me enough money to sit next to Nick fucking Saban and Pat McAfee.
Absolutely not.
Those fuckwads could get fucked. Fuck them. No. I'd sit anywhere else. Except those 2 dipshits.
I understand Pat McAfee. Explain Nick Saban. I don't think you've explained.
Nick Saban is the shittiest dickhead I've ever seen as a head coach. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the Dolphins. No, I'm gonna go be at Miami or Alabama because then I can influence dumb fucking people to come and play for me." And he is an asshole as a person.
And if we're really looking at these seats correctly, you're only really sitting by one of them on some.
I don't give a shit. I don't want to sit.
No.
I
I agree. I would sit next to Agent Wilson though. If I only had to sit by one person, I wouldn't mind sitting next to that big, tall glass of chocolate milk.
Yes. Yes. Like I said, my primary one would be LeBron and Shaq. I would probably sit next to Paige and fucking Caitlin because that would be fucking hilarious because they fucking hate each other.
That's true. Well, you'd have to be mediator.
Well,
I wouldn't be mediator. I'd be like watching them just sniping each other like, this is fucking great.
Yeah, and then I was saying, Manny, the best part about that seat is that you can hear the conversation between Belichick and his goofy girlfriend.
That's true.
Because that's going to be spicy, you know. But I could never sit between them. I would want to punch Bill out for sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
All right. So, lastly, Doug, this is a new one, and then we will wrap up here because we've had Manny. No, that's not what I want. It's not what I want. I want this one. Yeah, this is what I want. What am I doing? I'm too high.
What are you doing?
We have a horror thing, Doug.
What the hell? So is this the same thing? Who would I sit next to?
Yeah, apparently you have to pick an aisle. Oh, you're going to a movie and look, those are seats. You see, like you're going.
Oh, you have to movie. You're going to a movie. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not trying to die, so I mean, I don't want to sit next to Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger.
Right.
I'm trying to pick the safest seat there. So
the safest seat is 4, right?
4 or 5.
Because 2 and 3 are not.
No, at all. No.
I mean, I love how they put Casper in 3 with Freddy.
1 is okay, but I might get molested. I'm not. And it might not be the one I want molesting me. So I don't.
I'm going to reluctantly pick 4, Doug.
I think it's going to be 4. I think I'm with you on that. That's a hell of a
1 and 5. 1 or 5. One of the two.
1 and the 3rd. Yeah, that's definitely not 2 or 5 though. That's for, or I mean 2 or 2 or 3.
And I need Doug's help with some of this. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I'm trying to figure out in number 5. I have Hotel Transylvania, and then I have the lady from Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And then
who's the T-shirt dude, or who's?
I don't know. It looks Hydra.
Oh, that's from the Scary Movie, the funny franchise, the Scary Movie.
Okay, so I was thinking it was. I thought that was Hide Your Girls, Hide Your Wives. That's who I thought. That's what I thought number 5 was.
Alrighty then. Or maybe you are. I thought it was one of the Waynes from Scary Movie, but
yeah, no, you're probably right. I'm just saying that's what it looked like to me. So number 4, I see the left is Jack Skellington's partner or whatever. I don't know. I know Bela Lugosi is over to the right. Mm-hmm. I don't know who is all the way over to the left, and I don't know who the one is right next to at number 4. That kind of looks like Charisma Carpenter, but I can't tell.
Yeah, I just know that you gotta avoid 2 and 3. That's
2 and
absolutely.
3. You gotta avoid that.
They're not a fucking option.
So 3 besides Casper, you have the fucking, not the lead vampire, but one of the vampires from fucking The Lost Boys, Freddy Krueger, and that lady, whoever she is, I don't know who she is, but I don't want to be anywhere near her. That's
She looks dead. That's all I know.
She looks fucking
Yep.
or dead, or both. So shout out to Flicks Brew House here in Madison, Wisconsin. They are a brewery and a movie theater, and this is where the graphic came from.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Shout out to them. And they actually make pretty good beer, y'all. So
excuse me.
That's in Wisconsin?
Yeah, actually it's a chain. They have a couple around the country, but they have one here in Madison. And they do pretty good. Their beer's good.
It's a good concept. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's also one of those movie theaters that they bring you the food. You order it and they bring you the food.
Fancy.
Not but movie theaters have come. We could Doug and I talk about this. We could talk about this for hours, but we need to get out of here. But movie theaters have come so far, Manny. As far as the food and just
they cost an arm and a leg now too. So I mean,
they do. Not on Tuesdays though. Not on Tuesdays before 4:00. That's $7, and I'm in on that. In $7, and I don't and somehow, like, I've bitched to y'all about it. I've somehow ditched the kids, and they don't even want to come with me anymore. So that's.
I like how you're. Why do you have a fly swat? Why do you have a fly swat in your right hand?
Because there's a fucking fly that just popped up. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was actually on my screen, but y'all bitches can't see that. But anyway, Manny, thank you for coming on. We will
I love y'all, man.
It was
thank you for having me.
It's always awesome. Manny, do you have a quick hitter who's in the NBA finals?
Ooh. I think OKC goes back as long as they stay healthy. I don't see anyone that can really. If anything, they still even have more potential to get better, and that's scary. They have unlimited picks that even if somebody gets hurt, they can just bring somebody in. They have reasonable contracts left and right for somehow. I don't know if there's anyone that can stop them, maybe Houston, but nobody in the East. So I just think it'll have to be somebody in the Western Conference Finals. I don't know. What you got?
Yeah,
Denver.
Huh?
Denver
and who?
Yeah, I could.
Denver made all kinds of great acquisitions. They really, really beat their lineup the tremendous way. From the East, I don't see anybody from the East challenging either Denver or OKC. I really don't.
So it's Denver and OKC in the West, and that's going to decide who the champ is. That's what you got done.
It's coming from the West. I don't see anybody in the East that can.
Agreed.
I like Denver. Great moves. They have a backup center that does exactly what fucking Jokic does.
Got him. Motherfucker.
Yeah, get him.
Get him.
Anyway, my bad. Manny, you were saying something.
I'll say I'd almost forgot. Denver has made some great moves to restructure what they lost last year. They got rid of fucking idiot Michael Porter Jr. Couldn't stand him anyway. Fucking idiot. And they showed up, and then they got a backup center for once that fucking Sacramento Kings just gave them a fucking great backup center. And as much as he wanted to leave,
serve them up.
Hey, Denver was like, no, motherfucker, you're signed for 2 years. You're going to play 2 years because they know they have that little window that they can still contend. And yeah, they look like world beaters too. So it's going to be the Western Conference is where it's at, period.
All right.
So
Agreed.
All right, Manny. Thank you. Have a great weekend, buddy. Talk to you soon. It's always great. We'll have you on at the end so we can ridicule both y'all on your picks. How about that?
I'm always.
Notice I'm not picking, so I'm going to do the ridicule. Notice how that works. All right, Manny.
Love you guys.
Buddy. Love you, man.
Cheers, man. Love you, man. Take care of yourself.
Yep. Cheers. All right, Doug, real quick. I know you had some bangers you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, so this was a Kolsch that I had, Bennu Kolsch from King State out of Tampa, Florida. This was a cool label. I think it was old, so not great, but okay. Cool label. The strange ESB Photo Age ESB with Wild East from Threes. This was really interesting, super drinkable, super crushable. So cheers to that. The best thing I had was the 1050 barrel aged version. This was super good. So cheers.
Excellent. And I had this wonderful thing, this black walnut imperial stout from Raised Green, one of Wisconsin's, I would say, underrated breweries. Y'all don't hear much about them. Hell, I don't hear much about them, but their beer is excellent. I do hear much about them, but I don't. Y'all know what I'm saying. They're not one that you're gonna, y'all have heard about, all the y'all outside of New Glarus, y'all have heard about Venture and Lakefront and all that. They're just not to that level as far as getting attention to them, but they're excellent. And yeah, so next week is Jeff Pearlman. Did I get that right, Doug?
Yeah, you are correct. And
I'm sorry, real quick. This is going to be one that you want to be here for, y'all. You're going to want to be in the comments. He has a lot of great stories, and you're going to want to have questions back and forth with him about the stories. I know I'm going to. I don't even know how much research I'm going to do. I know Doug has all these questions, and I just kind of want to just tee the guy up, honestly, and just let him talk. Doug, you have comments about him, and we'll get out of here and see y'all next week.
Just if you're going to come next week, come with questions. It's going to be just super interesting because the guy has reported on a lot of things. He's written a lot of books. I should have his Tupac book the day of the show. I'm really looking forward to having him on because he's incredibly engaging, has a million stories. So if you have stories or questions, fucking come with it because that guy has a wealth of interesting stories, and yeah, it'll be great.
So you sent me something, or I looked something. We'll send out. Doug, we promise to send y'all out at least his website or something, so you can at least like page through
I'll do that.
books. Because if you page through the books, you'll have questions. If that makes sense, you don't even have to read the books. The subject of the books will be like, oh shit, I got a question about the '94 Celtics or something he wrote, because he writes about these strange sports stories, but they're really niche and they're really specific. So like, for example, I don't know for sure, but like, like the 1992 Lakers, and you're like, well, why the fuck is that important? And then you're like, he'll talk, you'll read the synopsis, it's like, holy shit, that was like, it was a Kobe year or whatever, you know what I mean? So he's really, really in depth like that. So we're really excited about that. And we're going to get out of here, y'all. And then Doug, there's no Copa or anything like that. So, but there's no Copa.
I also want to make mention that not next week, but the week after, which was Halloween, we are having cryptid cocktail party on. That is going to be so much fun because those guys dig into like cryptid stories, and like it's Christian who is just he's been.
I want to ask him about Halloween music, actually.
Yeah, so we'll have a great story. We'll have a great fucking time with that 2 weeks from now. So.
All right, y'all. We're out of here. Next week is Jeff Pearlman. And look him up, and we'll get some information out on him early in the week, y'all. So
for sure. Cheers.
That's going to be